that in your statement, that is exhibit AA, at paragraph 5, line 10, you said the following, and I quote, I'll start from, I'm sorry, my daughter, I'll start from line number 9. I then took the 38 special firearm from Kwabeni's hand and I looked at it. I asked Kwabeni if it was not the same firearm which he has said he threw it away in the river after shooting Snako with it. Close quotation.
Yeah, goes a local, okay?
Goes a lot.
Okay, yeah, there. Which statement, which line is that?
It's line and 10.
Okay.
Yeah. Constable, this
We'll
incident...
can I just, for the benefit of the accused persons, read that one? Uthi ngase ngithatha ke i-38 special isibhamu ke esiqhamuka okanye ngasithatha esandleni sikaGwabeni ngasibheka ngabuza ke uGwabeni uthi ngabe isona ke lesi sibhamu owasithatha ke wasilahlela ngasemfuleni emva ukuthi ke adubule uSinako ngaso. Ubonile lokho?
Yeah, ubonile.
I saw that.
According to your knowledge or information, when did the incident of Kwabeni shooting or firing shots at Sinako took place?
Lesi sigaba sokuthi uGwabeni adubule uSinako senze kanini kuya ngawo?
Ngokwazi kwami ngazi igameko njengoba engasekho Sinako aqale ngixolise kulokho kuzoba buhlungu ukukhuluma ngaye ngoba ngizwile ukuthi ushonile futhi bamdubulile whatever kwenzekile kuye anginalwazi lakho kodwa ukuphendula lo mbuzo wakho ukuthi bamdubule kangaki ngicabanga ukuthi bayokwazi ukubuza lokho ukhona ukuthi ngikhulume ngakho ngoba bengazi bamdubulile njengoba engasekho bemdubulile ngiyathanda ukuthi uhloniphe lokho nomndeni wakho ukuthi bamdubulile angifuni ukufisa ngiyifaka intweni engangidingi
angekwazi ukuthi uphendule le mbuzo usho njalo.
ngikwazi ukuphendula ngoba akasekho emhlabeni and udutshulile.
Given the fact that he is no longer alive, he's passed on, and I respect that, and my condolences to that. I wouldn't wish then to comment on him, given the fact that he's already passed on, and that we should respect his family as well.
Ngicabanga ukuthi uyafana naye noSenzo Meyiwa ukushona kwakhe nomndeni wakhe uyafana nakho udinga umlungu esofane so ngoba kadutshulwanga kayi1 noma kadutshulwanga kayi2 ngizothanda ukungaphuvisa ukuthi kwenzakaleni ngaye uphendula umbuzo wakho
whether he was shot once, not once, or several times. I should think that he also should be respected as much as Senzo's family, or that justice should be shown to him as well, as much as justice is being shown to the Senzo Meyiwa's family. Therefore, I would choose not to answer that question.
So it has taken you a minute for you to answer the question. The question that I did not ask.
I think it might as well take me 1 hour if I have to explain to you so that you can understand clearly what I am saying.
Okay, no, I'm not inviting any trouble, but the question that I was asking was that when you spoke about the incident where Kwabeni fired shots at Sinako, when did that incident? That incident?
Uma ngakubuza ukuthi akamdubulanga ngesikhathi esiyi1 mangathi akadutshulwanga ngesikhathi esiyi1 ngizobe ngifaka wekutheni icase enye ngesesayidini ukuthi udutshulwe kangaki ebemdubulile before wamdubula ngo2017 okwaziyo wamdubula ngo2023 ngizocela ukungaphenduli lokho.
I cannot, perhaps let me not answer that one. If I were to tell you that he was not shot once or at the same time, he was shot in 2023, in 1940, in different times, that as well will not be acceptable. Perhaps therefore I shouldn't be answering that question, or perhaps not comment to that question. The reason,
So
Now, the reason behind that is that he's not here to answer for himself. He passed on. Whether he was shot at when he passed on, this is something that is unknown to me, and I cannot answer that.
Constable, is there any difficulty to tell the court in which year did that incident occur?
I beg yours?
Is there any difficulty to tell the court in which year did that incident occur?
Ngabe kukhona inkinga yokuthi utshela inkantolo ukuthi lesi sigameko senzeka nini ngamuphi unyaka?
Akusiyona incident eyi-one wena ukhuluma ngale uyazi.
That is not the only incident or the one incident. You're only talking about the incident that is known to you.
I'm going to put it to you, Constable, that you are deliberately avoiding to answer the question.
Yes,
And I'm
very
avoiding
well.
to uphendula ngoba akekho sinako.
Yes, I am avoiding to answer that one because Nako is not here.
I'm instructed by the accused, that is accused number 4, that Sinako would not have been in Phosphorus hostel because during that period, the 26th of October 2014, Sinako was attending school at Falaza High School, Osutu in Nongom.
Ubese nongoma ke Falaza High School nge 26 October 2014 bengeke kwenzeke ke ukuthi abe khona laphana ehostel eFosloras okuya ke ngalokho engikutshelwe uye lona ummangalelo wesini.
He was doing grade 11.
Ubenza grade 11.
Wayengekho hostel
Was he not at the hostel?
usho njalo.
Don't
Is that
ask
what he
me,
says?
I'm instructed by my
Okay,
client.
ngicela
Okay, sure.
uphendule mayisho njalo kodwa ngiyazi ukuthi wayekho. Uye futhi wangibiza ukuze ngirefresele u-accused number 5
Ukuze kwenzeke ngo RP5.
ukuze ngirefresele yena aphume ngabizwa kuye. So ngicela ungakhulumi ngaye ngoba
Let me not talk about him because if that is what he says, let me not answer that one. But I know that he was there at the hostel. He's the very person that actually phone called me or called me pertaining accused number 5.
I'm instructed by the accused, that is accused number 4, Mr. Mapisa, that the incident involving Kwabeni and Snako occurred in 2017.
Ukuthi ke umangalelo wesine lesigameko esibandakanya yena uGwabeni noSinako isigameko esenzeka ngo2017.
ngicabanga ukuthi bemnikeza isigameko asaziyo yena. Uma ngambuza ukuthi lesamanje senzekele senzeke kanjani mhlambe ngaba neanswer ngapha.
I'm thinking that he was telling you about the incident that he's got the knowledge of. That's what he was referring or relating to you for. But if you were to ask him about the current incident or the current case, he wouldn't be able to give you. I wonder if he would be able to give you answers on that.
Lastly, Constable, I'm instructed by the accused, that is Mr. Mapisa, that he has received information that Sinako had been shot and killed in the year 2022 and he is normal.
Usho njalo ke umangalelo wesine ukuthi utholeke ulwazi lokuthi ngo2022 lona uSinako wathutulwa washona.
Ngaphendula nje. Ngibhlungu nami ukuzwa lokho ngizwe mase ngesibhalele statement ukuthi ushonile and bamshiyile.
Now, I am aggrieved of the fact that I have heard that he was shot at and he died.
And nginesifiso ukwazi ukuthi ubodawelile.
And I also have got a longing to know why was he killed.
It's fine. Unfortunately, I don't have answers. Thank you, Constable. Thank you, my daughter. I have no further. Sorry, my daughter. Before I sit down, I see Mr. Mapisa's hand is up. I approach him. Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you, my lord, for the court's indulgence. I have no further cross-examination. Thank you.
Thank you. Yes, Ms. Mfolo. Thank you, my lord.
Mr. Zungu,
Zungu,
Yebo yimi loyo.
that's me.
what was the highest, your highest standard of, or what is your highest standard of education?
Yani Mama Mshololo.
My lord, we know that there is a standard way that Advocate Mshololo opens a cross-examination, but we've been through that, my lord, that it's irrelevant regarding a version that a witness profers before this court.
Yes, Ms. Mfolo. Say it's relevant.
My lord, I submit that it is relevant because the witness, my lord, that is testifying is a police officer. So it is important that the court knows the qualifications and expertise together with experience of the witness.
Okay, let's hear you.
Thank you.
Cela ungakuphenduli.
Can I not answer that?
Okay. When were you employed as the police officer?
Qalani ngokusebenza lapha nge-SAPS.
24 January 2011.
24th of January 2011.
Okay. Did you receive any training when you were employed?
Uye wathola uqeqesho? Yes.
Yes. What kind of the training?
Wathola i-training enjani?
Yamaphoyisa.
The police training.
Yes. Which entails what?
Yes,
Tell us.
training.
Just tell us the kind of training that you received.
Because
When you were
owayithola
employed.
i-training owayithola khona ibizwani.
It's a police training.
It is called police training.
Yes. What?
Kwakwenzakalani lapho?
Yeah. Were you told to
Training.
type? Were you told to do what? Just tell me what kind of the training, what type of the training that you received.
Ngicabanga ukuthi ngathola i-training etholwe wonke amaphoyisa.
I think that I got the training that all the police officers got.
No, I'm not asking about the one that is given to all other police officers. I'm asking the one that was given to you.
Angikhulumi ngaleyo ke eyanikezwa amaphoyisa wonke. Ngikhuluma nge-training eyanikezwa wena.
Akwenzekanga ukuthi ngiqeqeshwe ningedwa, ngaqeqeshwa namanye amaphoyisa.
It didn't happen that I got trained alone. I was trained together with the other police officers.
Okay, the one that you received with your team at that particular time.
Leyo ke owayithola ke nethimba lakho.
You can just summarize the main duties or the main part of the training that you received.
Basic police training.
Basic police training.
Okay. Were you trained about the handling of the firearm?
Wafundiswa ke ukubamba okanye waqeqeshwa ukubamba
Yebo.
isibhamu. Yes.
Okay. What kind of training you received about handling of the firearm?
Yiphi ke
Ngicabanga
i-training?
ukuthi training eyi-1 nalengangitshelayo ukuthi it's a basic training.
The same training, or it is incorporated within the same training of the
Okay.
basic training. Yes.
So it means you have information on how to handle the police firearm.
Ubunolwazi lokuthi isibhamu samaphoyisa sibanjwa kanjani?
Not only the police firearm, a firearm.
Not as it has been responded to by the witness himself in English.
Okay.
Uthi ke hayi isibhamu samaphoyisa kuphela, isibhamu ngaqeqeshelwa ke ukwazi ukuthi isibhamu sibanjwa kanjani.
In your examination in chief, you testified that you gave your firearm, your state firearm, to someone else.
Usho njalo ukuthi wanikeza.
Yebo.
Yes.
And that was wrong.
Once again, request that these provisions of section 203 have already been explained, but they once again be explained.
Why not the witness, if it's his right if he says, I elect
No,
not
but
to
you are
answer
an
that
officer
question.
of this court. This court has already made a ruling about that.
My lord, unfortunately, it's part of the witness examination in chief. That's why I had to go. I had to put questions to that effect because it's part of the examination in chief, which was introduced by the same witness, incriminating himself under oath. So that's why I'm asking this clarity question, my lord.
What's your response, sir? You know your rights. What's your response?
Amalungelo akho uyawazi uphendula ukuthini futhi?
Uthini mamshondolo umbuzo wakho?
What is your question, Mamshondolo?
Yeah, I was saying it was wrong what you did
Ngokusho kwami.
for giving your firearm to someone else.
Salungakuphenduli.
Okay.
Let me not answer that one.
And
And earlier on, the witness said that that is in accordance with your statement or your version.
sorry, that was
Earlier on, he said that according to you, that was wrong. But let me not answer that question.
And you agree with me that if a person gives his firearm to someone or to other person who is not licensed to possess that firearm, that is an offense?
Yeah,
Uyawazi lokho?
I know that.
Okay. And you have testified under oath that you have handed your firearm to someone else who was not licensed to possess that firearm belonging to you.
Angeke ngibe nolwazi ukuthi unayo license ngereason ukuthi why ngamnikeza sona.
I wouldn't know whether he's got a license, but I've got my reasons as to why I handed him the firearm.
But you were the only person who was licensed to possess that firearm.
Do you know whether Gwabeni is licensed or not?
Sorry, my lord.
Gwabeni, do you know whether he's licensed or not? If you do, of course, fine.
My lord, I'm saying in respect of the state firearm which the witness was
Yeah,
allocated.
but you're alluding to a firearm which apparently it was handed to Gabeni. Whether Gabeni has a license or not, do you have knowledge about that, or your client rather?
No, my lord, I think that was not line of my question. My line of question was that, my lord,
Who is supposed to be having a license and not to be given a firearm by this witness?
the person who's supposed to have the license is the
It was
witness.
supposed to be whom?
Sorry, my lord.
It was supposed to be whom?
Yes, supposed to be the witness only, not the person whom
He has a firearm. He has a firearm.
Yes, my lord.
So he's handing that firearm to somebody else, and it's supposed to be whom?
Who did not have the license
Yeah,
to put.
right, it's whom?
According to his evidence, that was Gwabini, my lord.
He never said that. Gwabeni didn't have a license.
My lord, can I engage a witness regarding that, other than engaging the court? Because the witness is the one who is testifying, and I need clarity, my lord, as to who had the firearm to possess the state firearm, which was allocated
Yeah,
to
you
him.
can do that, but
Yes.
I can't allow you to make a statement which was never made by this witness.
My lord, I can rephrase if the court.
I read you this thing
Yes.
yesterday. I read. A judge is not a mere umpire to answer the question, how is that? Lord Benning once said, fairness of court proceedings requires of the trier to be actively involved in the management of the trial, to control the proceedings, to ensure that public and private resources are not wasted, to point out when evidence is irrelevant, and to refuse to listen to irrelevant evidence. A supine approach towards litigation by judicial officers is not justifiable either in terms of the fair trial requirement or the context of resources. And I said this case by 5 judges. Cases taken, Safe Trading CC and others versus Standard Bank of South Africa, Limited 2004-4 SA. That's what they say I must do, not me. 5 judges, okay. So when you say I interfere, I'm just following the dictates of the law. That's all.
My lord, I do not have a problem with the
Okay, fine,
authorities
continue.
and the case law. The court is just referred to this court, but my question to this witness is on the clarity
Yes, fine, ask it, ma'am. Ask it.
regarding the clarity on the issue of handling the firearm. My question was, between the two of you, who had a license to possess the same firearm? I'm referring to the state firearm that was allocated to you.
Salungakuphenduli. Okay.
I'd like you to answer that one.
Okay.
And then, were you doing normal shift or you were working 5 days a week? What kind of the office hours you were doing at the time of October, especially on the date of the 24th of October?
Abantu kusebenza 24 hours, uba ma rest day, kodwa ngiqashwe njengomuntu osebenza 24 hours.
There would be rest days in between, but I have been employed to work 24 hours a day.
Okay. So you were supposed to knock on duty at what time?
I know.
On the
1
24th.
o'clock. On the 26th.
On the 26th, you knocked on duty at what
I
time?
knock off before 1 o'clock because event yami iyadiphela ngaleso sikhathi, so umsebenzi wami awuphelile for that day.
Now, my event was done before that time, and therefore I'm saying that I knocked off before 1 o'clock on that day.
Oh, okay. And when had you knocked on duty?
Why and in emsebenzi?
Ekuseni,
Yes, at what time?
mangicabanga ngo-8 o'clock. 8 o'clock.
I think it was 8 o'clock.
Okay. And from 8 o'clock to 1 o'clock, a state vehicle was allocated to you.
24 hours, yebo.
And in
24
that,
hours, yes.
and for that state vehicle, you would have been allocated with a logbook. Am I correct?
Yebo.
Yeah.
Yes.
And the logbook is meant to record all the movements and the traveling that you have traveled on each and particular day.
Lunjalo.
Yebo.
It is so, yes.
Can we get the logbook for this vehicle because it was a state vehicle
Singayital.
to show that it traveled from Tembisa, as we have stated, to Johannesburg CBD and to Forslorus Hostel on the 26th of October 2014.
Ngicabanga ukuthi ngakuthola kumqashi wami angiwakhipha ama-document ase-SAPS.
I think that will be found from, or it will be retrieved by my employer. Personally, I cannot retrieve that.
Who is your commander? No problem, we're going to ask that. Who is your commander?
Ngicabanga ukwanginikeza igama lo-commander oyi-1 akekho responsible for ama-logbook ami. I-SAPS in general, ama-logbook ayakhona.
Put input.
Ngithi ama-document awayi ku-commander yami, kodwa sonke commander kimi aye kwi-SAPS.
My documents don't necessarily go to a specific commander of mine. They just go to the SAPS administration.
Yeah, SAPS where?
Okay,
Tembisa?
Tembisa Police Station.
Yes.
that's correct.
Okay. Then we'll be able to get these records at Tembisa Police Station.
Angeke ngikwazi ukufakaza angisebenze archives.
I won't be able to attest to that. I'm not working in archives.
Okay. Is it your evidence that you can't produce the documents to prove the travelings that you traveled on the date, which is 26 October 2014?
As the witness said, the logbook can be retrieved.
Is the question disallowed, my lord?
I don't know, what do you think? Because you say it is his evidence that he can't produce, and yet he told you that these books go to the South African police officers.
Yes, but it is duty, my lord, to give us information where we can
Yeah,
get
fine,
it.
but you can't say his evidence is that he can't produce them.
Yes.
And when I want to correct that, I'm supposed to be interfering.
Thank you, my lord. Can you respond?
I couldn't respond enough.
That you could not prove, you could not produce in this court the records confirming that you traveled to Forslorus Hostel on the 26th of October.
Uma uthi ngeke ngikuprove mhlawumbe usho ukuthi mhlawumbe onke ama-document ase-SAPS ngeke ngikwazi ukuwalanda. SAPS mina ngihambise SAPS ngicante SAPS ekwazi ngalokho.
If you say that I cannot prove, it means that I won't be able to retrieve the documents at SAPS. I took the documents and I gave them to SAPS, and they are in the hands of the SAPS.
Okay. Let's move on. At what time did you said at what time did you meet with Makosonke? In Joburg.
Ngicabanga ngabo-01 because ngisuke ngabo-1, 1 to 2 lapho.
Around 1 o'clock. Because I left about 1 o'clock, 1 to 2 o'clock.
Okay. And what time did you leave to Forslorus?
Why first ngubani isikhathi?
Ngangabhekanga isikhathi, ngafika ngesikhathi sasemini.
I didn't check the time. I arrived during the day.
Yeah, during the day, after how long? After 2 hours, after 3 hours, because
Emva
midday between 1 and 2, you are in Joburg, CBD.
1, 2 o'clock use-Joburg CBD. Wafika
Ukwazi
emva
kanjani ukuthi uthatha
kwamahora.
amahora amabili eJoburg?
How do you know that it takes 2 hours to Joburg? Or
Yes.
from Joburg?
Listen, Mr. Zungu, you are not
Ulalele.
asking the question.
Ulalele.
Please answer the question. Just learn that culture. Have you testified before in court?
Usuke wathula ubufakazi bakhe enkantolo phambilini?
Phendula lokho yebo.
Yes.
When the question is put to you, yours is to answer. You
Yeah,
don't
but-
ask me question back, because I'm not going to answer you.
Uma ubuzwa umbuzo wena ke ichaza ekumele ulibambelana ukuthi uphendule awubuzi imibuzo wena.
I'm
Uyaphendula.
asking an estimate from the hours that have been given by you that you were in Johannesburg between 1 and 2. Then I'm saying, after how long?
Ngeke ngikwazi uku-estimate.
I won't be able to estimate.
Okay. And then what time did you arrive at hostel?
Wafika ngubani isikhathi yahostel?
Angikhumbula isikhathi.
I cannot remember the time.
Okay. At what time did you see accused number 5 at hostel?
Wambona ngubani isikhathi accused number 5 ehostel?
Mina imizuzwana nje ngifikile ngambona.
A few minutes or a few seconds after I arrived at the hostel, then I saw him.
And also you can't recall time.
Nalokho
No,
angeke
isikhathi cha.
ngikuqinise. Yes,
Ngasipart part.
yes, I wasn't generalizing time.
Okay. And am I correct to say it was your first time to see accused number 5 on that particular day?
Beku okokuqala ubona umangalela wesihlanu ngalelo suku.
Ukukhuluma naye kwangokuqala.
Talking to him, it was the first time.
Okay. To see accused number 5, what is the answer?
Ukumbona yena,
Ngangambona before.
I
Where?
once saw him before.
Where?
Kuphi?
Ngeke ngikhumbule ukuthi ukuphi kodwa ngangambona bengimazela somewhere kodwa bengazi ukukhuluma naye.
I cannot remember where exactly did I see him before.
The
It's
reason why
only
you
that I saw him, but I didn't have any conversation with him then.
the reason why you cannot remember where you had seen him is because you are lying. You've never saw him before.
Isona ke sizathu. Khuluma manga awukazi umbone phambilini.
Uma kusho wena.
According to what you are saying.
You said, how did you know his name that you have referred to this court?
Yiphi le kankani?
Is it which one? The Nkani name?
Yeah, that's what you said.
Eh,
You
ilo
don't
question.
ask me.
Ungabuzi mina.
Okay.
Okay.
How did you know that name?
Ulazi kanjani lelo gama?
Ngoba bengimazi.
That is because I knew him.
Cha ntonke umuntu ebelazi ngalelo gama.
I think everyone knew him by that name.
Accused number 5 would tell this court that he was never at hostel where you were on the 26th of October, 2014.
Qamba mama.
He's lying.
Then let's move on. You testified that you saw 2 people exchanging guns, firearms.
Yes. Yes. Uyavuma ukuthi yebo ngikushilo lokho ukuthi ngibona
And
abantu
at that-
ababili ba exchange ibhanga.
And at that particular time, you were a police officer.
Ubu iphoyisa ngalelo sikhathi.
Yebo.
That is correct, yes.
And you failed to do your duties to report the unlawful activity that happened in front of you.
Wahluleka ke wena ukuthi ureporte lento eyayingekho emthethweni eyayenzeka nje phambi kwakho.
Angihlulekanga ngoba ukhona namhlanje futhi ummele. Iyo le ngayenza.
Angizwa?
Angihlulekanga ukuyenza ingakho ngayenza ingakho simile namhlanje nimele.
I did not fail to do that. That is why we are standing here today.
At the time when you witnessed that incident, you did not act. Am I correct? Which is
Ngaleso sikhathi-ke,
October 2014.
uma ubona lesi sigameko azange ukuthatha inyathelo nge-26 zika October 2014.
Okusalayo ngithathile inyathelo ngoba silapha namhlanje. Ngakwenza lokho.
What remains is that I eventually took the steps. Or
Yes.
But
I'm-
I did something about it because we are here today.
Right now, Constable, I'm being specific on the 26th of October,
Khuluma nge-26 zika October
when you
2014.
saw the unlawful activity happening in front of you.
Nasi isigameko ke esingekho semthethweni senzeka. Uyabona ukuthi senzeka phambi kwakho. Akho lutho walenza wena nge-26 zika October 2014.
Wangenasidingo sokuthi ngi-act ngaleso sikhathi ngoba ngangingebe na evidence unayo namhlanje.
There wasn't a need for me to can act immediately during the time because I did not have then the evidence that you have today.
As a police officer, you had a legal duty to arrest those people who were exchanging guns. You had a duty to call other police officers to come and arrest those people so that further investigations can be done. And you failed to execute your duties.
Awuzange ngikwenze lokho wafika ukwenza lokho njengephoyisa ke ubufaneleke ngophela ke kusemahlombe kuwena ukuthi uma ubona abantu benza into engekho semthethweni njengoba ubona abantu ba exchange izibhamu ubufanele ukuthi ke wena ubabambe ngaleso sikhathi awukwenzanga
Phendula lokho mamsholozo. Ukubopha umuntu akusho ukuthi sekuyizathu it's a final decision. Wayazi ukuthi uzoboshwa nangakusasa noma yini.
now
Ngoba bakwazi ukuthi agcine eboshiwe ngeevidence ayikhona. Ngalelo langa ngizothi yini engimbophela yona.
arresting a person is not the final decision that a person can make because that person knows that they are still going to be arrested. At the time, what information was I going to provide to him for his arrest?
Had you executed your duties properly, had you reported, had you called the police would have arrived and apprehended the suspects and confiscated the 2 firearms that you have testified about.
Kube wakwenza lokho waripotela amaphoyisa wabiza amaphoyisa bezoza ke ezobamba labasona kanti ke nalezi ibhamu ke beyothathwa bathathelwa zona lezi ibhamu.
Ngoba unasiqiniseko ukuthi ayingathi efika amaphoyisa amanye maybe backup wathole sesana lezo bhamu. Yingakho ukwazi ukuthi namhlanje ukwazi ukuzobamela. Ngoba amaphoyisa kwakumele enze every investigation yawo akwazi ukuthola ukuthi kwenzakaleni bese yababopha. Yingakho bamele namhlanje.
Now, there had to be investigations that had to be conducted by the police to ascertain what offense did they actually commit. Because we are not sure that when upon the arrival of the police would have indeed found them in possession of those firearms. That is why you are here today and representing them today.
But you hid the crucial information to report, to call other police to come and apprehend so that a further investigation could have been done on those 2 firearms.
Wagciba ke ulwazi olwalumqoka kakhulu ukwenza ke ukuthi amaphoyisa akwazi ukuthola ulwazi akwazi ukuphenya ngalolu lwazi ukuze ke egcineni ke bakwazi ukuboshwa labantu.
Uqinisekisa ngaqinisekisa ukuthi lolo lwazi luhlale ligcinekile ukuze mase lidingeka nje obalidingeka namhlanje ukwazi ukuthi litholakale.
As far as keeping that information, I did keep that knowledge safe so that today we may be able to be acting on that knowledge.
But on the 26th of October, the police were not called to come and confiscate the accused.
26 is October 2014. Amaphoyisa azange abizwe ukuthi magenze ke azothatha lezi ibhamu.
Ngasebenzisa discretion yami ukuthi anginayo evidence enough.
I used my discretion to say that I do not have sufficient evidence or enough evidence.
Was there a police station next to the hostel where you witnessed the unlawful activities of the exchange of firearm in front of you?
Kwakhona ke police station eseduze nalapho hostel khona la wabona ku exchange wa ibhank khona.
Ngangise hostel la ngangayibonanga police station.
I was at the hostel.
Ngisebenzisa ulwazi lami lokuthi kuphi police station kodwa ngaleso sikhathi ngangayibonanga police station.
On that day, I did not see the police station. I cannot use my knowledge pertaining the whereabouts of the police station. But on that day, I was at the hostel. I didn't see the police station.
At the hostel, you testified that there were many people moving in and out. Is that your evidence?
Yebo.
Yes, that was my evidence.
It's better to wait for the interpretation.
I
I do appreciate that you understand English.
understood.
Okay. Did you know any person out of the people who were coming in and out the hostel, besides Kwabeni, Makosonke, and the accused as you have testified, other than those people?
Ngaphandle kukaGwabini Makhosini nabomangalelwa njengoba usufakazile ngabe khona abantu kubazi khona lapho kulabo abantu ababengena nabo uphuma khona lapho ehostel.
Yebo.
Yes.
Okay, who were those? If you can still recall.
Uma ngabe usakhumbula
Sabakhumbuli abanemkhumbulayo mentionile ngasekho
I cannot remember those people, but the one person that I can still remember is the one that you have mentioned,
Okay.
that had passed on.
But there were people that you knew.
Kodwa ke babekhona abantu obubazi.
yebo babekhona.
Yes, there were people that I
Did
knew.
you report to any of those people that we have seen people exchanging the firearms?
Ngabe waripota komnye walabo bantu okanye
Cha,
waripota
reportanga kubo.
awungilindi. Ungilindi. Ngabe khona ke kulabo bantu baziyo ke oke waripota kubona ukuthi sengibone exchange ke kwebhanki azange.
Hayi akayikho ngaripota kuyo.
There isn't any person that I reported that to.
Okay. Did you know anyone who was responsible for the hostel?
Khona omaziyo ke okuyena ke obe bheke khona lapha okanye ecaphe khona lapha hostel.
Uhlala khona uqaphile.
A person, a caretaker, a person that is residing there or that is looking.
Yes, it can be caretaker, anyone who was responsible
Ngaba
for
okay.
the.
Anginalwazi lakhona.
I don't have the knowledge of that.
Did you try and find out who is the responsible person for the hostel in order for you to report this exchange of
Uke
firearms?
wazama ke ukuthola ukuthi ubani umuntu responsible la. Ubani oqaphile khona la. Olawulayo la kule hostel. Ukwenzela ukuthi ukwazi ukuyoreporta lesi sigameko kuyena. Wazama ukuthola.
Angikwenzanga lokho.
I didn't do that.
Were you allowed to drive a state vehicle to the hostel?
Uvumelekile okanye ubugunyaziwe ukuthi udrive imoto yombuso ukuya khona lapha hostel.
Yebo.
Yes.
Going with the state vehicle to the hostel, was it part of your duties?
Bekuyingxenye yomsebenzi wakho ukuya khona lapha ke hostel ngemoto yomsebenzi.
Kwakuyingxenye ngangisenza umsebenzi wami njengoba ngisebenza ngayo, ngangisebenza ngayo 24 hours.
Given the fact that this was a work-related vehicle and I was using that vehicle for 24 hours,
What
it was
duties?
a part of my duty.
What duties were you doing in hostel at that time?
Muphi umsebenzi khona lapha hostel?
Ehostel abengayanga ngiyosebenza ngithe ngangivakashele.
At the
Indoda
hostel.
kawo.
At the hostel, I didn't say that I had gone to work there. I said that I had gone to visit
Yeah,
at the
then,
hostel.
then visit was not part of the duties.
Lokho ukuvakashela ke kwakunge ingxenye yomsebenzi wakho.
Wangesiyona.
It wasn't a part of my duty.
Was it also evidence that when you arrived there, you drank meat and you also, you drank alcohol and ate meat?
Ngabe ubufakazi bakho obuthule ukuthi uma ufika lapho ke nadla inyama okanye wadla inyama waphuza notshwala?
Yebo.
Yes.
Was that part of the duties you were allowed to, was that part of the duties you were allowed to execute with a state vehicle?
Lokho okwakwenza ke kwaba ingxenye ke yomsebenzi wakho owawenza usebenzisa imoto yombuso.
Ukudla inyama nokuphuza utshwala kusemsebenzi wami.
Now eating meat and drinking liquor, that is not part of my work.
Do you agree that it was your private visit? It was not the official visit?
Uyakuvuma lokho ukuthi ukuvakasha nje private?
Yebo.
That is correct, yes.
And that was not supposed to be done with a state vehicle?
Nokuthi lokho bekungafanele ukuthi kwenziwe ke ngemoto yombuso.
Angikwazi ukuthi kusho ngakuphi lokho.
I do not know why you saying that.
Is it your evidence that at that time you were stationed at Senzani police station? Senzani police station?
Ubusebenzisa senzani police station ngaleso sikhathi?
Chabo.
No.
Where were you stationed?
Ubusebenzela kuphi?
Tembisa.
Tembisa.
Tembisa police station.
Yebo.
That's correct.
Who was Sebenza hospital? Sebenza police station. What did you say about Sebenza police station?
Utheni ngesebenza police station?
Ngalalela. Ngithe isebenza now manje.
I said that I am working at Sebenza right now, not then.
At that time you were at Tembisa police station? Oh.
Yes.
Okay. Who was the station commander? Who was the station commissioner of Tembisa police station at that time?
Angisamkhumbuli.
I-
Bashintshe baningi.
I can't remember him. That post was actually a lot of people were exchanging that particular post.
But on that
Yeah, but-
particular day, especially 26 October, to whom were you reporting to at Tembisa station?
Ubu-reporta kubani
Njengoba sengisho ukuthi angisakhumbula ukuthi kwakubani station commander, ngicabanga ukuthi ungakuthola esiphi ukuthi kwakubani station commander.
As I have already indicated that I cannot remember who the station commander was. Perhaps at the police station you can then find who the station commander was on that day, okay, or during that.
You cannot recall the station commander, you cannot recall the your relief commander as well.
No relief commander yena awumkhumbuli.
We have allowed this cross-examination, but all these issues are collateral issues. Once a witness is given an answer on a collateral issues, it cannot be explored any further. We submit, my lord, that the further cross-examination on all these collateral issues should not be allowed.
Yes, continue, Mr. Mshaba.
Thank you, my lord. You further testified that as you were sitting there, okay, before I go there, you said you saw accused number 5 at the hostel. What was he doing when you saw him for the first time? For the first time when you arrived.
Uthi umangalelwa wesihlanu wambona khona lapha ehostel. Okokuqala mambona uma ufika khona lapha yana bekenzani?
Ngizothi bekhona ngaphakathi ukuthi benzani.
I would say he was
What
just
happened?
inside. As to what was he
Nabani?
doing? He was with the others inside of the house.
You cannot tell what he was doing.
Angiyakwazi ukusho ukuthi ubenzani.
Okay. What was he wearing?
Ube egcoke njani?
If you can-
White,
He was wearing a white vest
nesigqoko samasotsha,
and the military hat.
And what else?
ilokho engikukhumbulayo.
That's what I remember.
And you further testified that as you were sitting there, you were asked by a certain gentleman that accused number 5 wanted you to remove your car in order for him to be able to go out.
Khona umliso wakutshela ukuthi umangalelwa wesihlanu ucela ukuthi wena ususe imoto yakhe ukuthi akwazi ukuphuma.
Yebo,
Yes.
And in your examination in chief, on the appearances of the 7th of September, you said it was a certain gentleman who asked you to give away of accused number 5. You remember that?
Uyakhumbula lokho? Ukuthi khona ke umliso othize ke owacela ukuthi ufanele ukuthi wena ususe imoto yakho uvulela umangalelwa wesihlanu endlela.
yebo,
Yes.
But today you are now saying it was narco.
Namhlanje uthi unako.
yebo,
Yes.
Why are you changing?
Manje usushintshelane ke?
ngishintshe kuphi?
Where did I change?
You said whilst you were seated, accused number 5 then requested a certain gentleman
Uthi ke wena ke ngikathi usahleli phansi umangalelwa wesihlanu wase ucela umliso othize.
to ask me to just give way because I was parked right behind him so that I could just reverse. I did that and I went back inside.
Ngicela ke ukuthi mangimvulela indlela ke ngoba ngangibhaka emva kwakhe ngakwenza ke lokho.
Uma uthi omunye umlisa ukuthi ngimkhumbula ukuthi igama lakhe angiboni kuyinkinga kulokho.
If you say the other gentleman, the fact that I may have forgotten his name, I don't see any problem with that.
Okay, but you agree that you did not say that it was narco.
Uyavuma ke lokho ukuthi azange ukuthi unako.
Angeke
In your
ngikhumbule
examination
ukuthi
in chief.
ngikwazi ukuthi ngiyazi kona weza ke mangicela mangimkhumbula ukuthi ubani ngiyakhumbula ukuthi ubuye.
I cannot remember as to whether at the time did I say that I didn't say that it was Nako. But if I had remembered his name, I had. But all I can remember is that there is a person that came to me and asked me that I should go and shift the vehicle.
And what was the registration number for the car that you say it was driven by accused number 5?
Registration yemoto yakho ukuthi ibishayelwa nguye umangalelwa wesihlanu.
Ngangahambi ukubhala ama-registration.
I didn't go about writing down the registrations.
Did you look at it or you did not?
Uye wayibheka noma cha?
Noma kuthiwa ngayibheka kodwa ngeke ngikhumbule ukuthi ngangayibheka.
Even if it means that I have had a look at it, I cannot remember now.
So the answer is that you can't recall the registration number of the vehicle that you say it was driven by accused number 5.
Yebo,
That's correct.
When accused number 5 left, according to your evidence, did he leave alone or with someone?
Makahamba accused number 5 wahamba yedwa okanye khona umuntu wahamba naye.
ukhuluma ngayiphi incident?
Which incident in particular?
When accused number 5 left,
Umangalelwa wesihlanu makahamba.
We are now when accused number 5 is asking you to reverse in order for him to go out.
Angisho silapho. Wahamba nobani? Wahamba yedwa?
Bangicabanga ukuthi uhamba yedwa, ngazi ukuthi uhamba nabantu angambhekana.
I think
Ngiyangambhekisela ngabe ngapha.
I think he left alone. I only went to reverse my vehicle. And
You're
then
not
I went
sure?
to park again.
You're not
Uhambe
sure?
nobani? Angambhekanga.
As to who he left with, I did not see him. I did not witness it.
Okay. Accused number 1, 2, 3, and 4 remained behind when accused number 5 left.
Uma yokuqala wesibili wesithathu nowesine basala ngikade uhamba umangalo wesihlanu.
Mamshololo akusho ukuthi makuhamba uyi1 sekuhamba uyi1. Omunye ayiphuma wayengena njengoba ngikutshelile eqaleni. Ukuthi uphumile accused number 5 ngamreversela. Angeke ngifike endlini ngibheke ukuthi basekhona accused number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Look, the accused person number 5 requested that I should reverse for him. When a person stands up and walks out and then come in, as I've already indicated, that people were walking in and out. And after I had reversed for accused number 5, I couldn't go into the house and check as to whether accused number 2, 3, and 4 were still there.
Okay. So you don't know whether the rest of the accused also left when accused number 5 left?
Awunaso isiqiniseko salokho ukuthi uma
You don't know.
umangalo wesihlanu nabo bonke laba bangalelo bahamba nabo. Isiqiniseko sakhona awunaso.
Ngesikhathi ehambile nabanye bahamba babuya, abanye bangena baphuma bokusesemini.
It was still during the course of the day. At the time that he had left, the others also walked out and came in. Others came in and then walked out. So it was during the course of the day.
Yeah, remember, this is your evidence. I want clarity there, whether accused number 5 left with someone else or they left in different times. Just give us one answer.
Sicela ukuthi usinikeze impendulo nje eyodwa.
If anyone left.
Uma ngabe khona omunye oye wahamba, phela ukhumbule ukuthi umangalelo wahamba, umangalelo wesihlanu. Sifuna ukwazi ukuthi umangalelo wesihlanu wahamba yedwa, nokuthi ke uma abanye bahamba nishuthi ke ngeenkathi ezihlukene.
Njengoba ngishilo ukuthi ngeke ngikwazi ukukhumbula ukuthi omunye uhambe ngoba isikhathi ngomunye uhambe ngoba isikhathi.
As I've already said, I cannot remember what time the other one left and what time also
The reason why you cannot recall, is it because you had consumed alcohol, because you were drinking Jameson?
Ngabe yisona lesizathu sokuthi ungakhumbuli ingoba ubuphuze utshwala beniphuza iJameson.
Kodwa le Jameson yangenza kakhumbula accused number 5.
And the same Jameson made me remember accused number 5.
Yeah. So you admit that it's because of the fact that you had consumed alcohol, that is why you could not see who left at what time, who left at what time.
It's putting words in this.
Don't misquote the witness.
Can I rephrase the question, my lord? The reason why you could not see clearly if there was any of the accused who left or did not leave, it's because you had consumed alcohol at that time.
Isizathu esenza ukuthi
You agree with-
ungaboni-ke ngokujamile ukuthi ngabe laba abanye abamangelelwa abasasekhona ingoba mhlawumbe wawuphuze utshwala yini.
Uma ngikhumbula ngisho uma ngifika ngisafika lapho sasingakaphuzi notshwala makhamba accused number 5.
If I remember well,
Azi
at the
uthatha
time,
ukuthi asesiphuzile.
at the time of my arrival, and that was at the time that accused number 5 left, we hadn't consumed liquor as yet. I don't know where you're getting that from.
At what stage did you consume liquor?
Uye waphuza utshwala ngasiphi isikhathi?
Ngalolu langa.
Makwenzakalani, manye amazwi makwenzakalani ngasiphi isikhathi okanye?
Ngiyangikhumbula isikhathi ukuthi ngiphuze ngalesikhathi sekuhamba accused number 5 kodwa ngiyazi ukuthi ngangisafika manje ngireversela.
I cannot remember at what stage or what time did I started to consume liquor. All I remember is that the accused person, when he asked me to reverse for him, I just arrived there.
You seem to have a selected memory. You can recall other things, others you cannot recall.
Khona izinto ezikhumbulayo kodwa ungayikhumbuli.
Njengomuntu nje isikhathi masakhona side mawucabanga engikukhumbule konke.
Like any other person, or I'm just a mere person.
How long did you
That when something had happened some time ago, certain things you may not necessarily remember them.
How long did you spend with accused number 5
Uthatha isikhathi esingakanani unomangalelo wesihlanu?
before he reversed?
Angokuba umangalelo wesihlanu ayophuma okanye areverse.
angeke ngikwazi ukukhumbula isikhathi ukuthi isikhathi 20 minutes 30 minutes ngeke
I
ngikwazi
cannot
ukukhumbula
remember the
lokho.
time, whether the time was 20 minutes, 30 minutes, I can't remember.
And furthermore, you testified that you followed accused number 2 and 3, accused number 1 and 2 to the bedroom, and the lights were switched off. You remember that part of your evidence?
Uma nowesibili wabalandela ukuya khona laphana bedroom kanti ke ama-light acing wabalandela. Uyakhumbula?
Ngiyakhumbula.
Yes, I remember that.
And when the light was switched off, you were not inside the room.
Uma ke kucinywa ama-lights ubungekho ngakulelo gumbi.
Isizathu sokuthi kucishwa ama-light ngicabanga ukuthi kwakuyisizathu ukuthi kwakuthiwa nangu baba omncane. Light yakhona icisha ngesikhathi eside mama umshonolo kwaba nje into ethi nyatu yakhanya futhi same time.
It was
Wathi uyinenkinga i-light.
it wasn't something that actually took or the lights were not off for a long time. It was a spur of a moment thing. It went off and on again. But now, and there was something that was said to that effect that there is the younger paternal uncle.
Did you hear the question?
Uzwe umbuzo.
Phinde ngicela ngiphindela.
Can you repeat that question?
When the light was switched off, you were not inside the room,
Uma ke
the bedroom.
switch off a light ngakulela room ubungekho ngakuleyo room. Uma kucishwa le light wena ubungekho ngakuleyo room.
Bengiyongena phakathi. Bengena phakathi eminyango because icishwe ngikhona yacishwa yakhanyiswa.
I was just stepping inside of that room. At the time that it was switched off, I just walked into that room. I was inside.
And you did not know how it was switched off. That is why you asked.
Awukwazi ukuthi yakhe kanjani ilokhu ubuza.
Bengibuza
What was I asking?
Ask who is switching off the lights when you were entering the bedroom.
Ma ungena ke wabuza ukuthi ubani ocisha light. Ubungazi ukuthi yakhe kusho kanjani ngoba ke wagcina ke usubuzile wena.
ingakho impendulo yakho nayithi le light iyahlupha yalunga futhi same time.
That is why the answer was that this light is actually defective, and right at that very time, it was also fine.
You further testify that accused number 5 came in when you were inside in the room. You remember that evidence?
Uma leyo sihlanu wafika, that is accused number 5.
5.
Wafika ukhona ngakuleyo room.
Yebo wafika ngaphakathi ngame no accused number 1 2 3 nokwabini.
Yes.
Yebo wangena no accused number 4.
Yes.
Iye futhi wayihamba phambili.
Yes. He got into that room and I was inside of the room. I was together with accused number 1, 2, 3 and Kwabini. And he came into the room walking in front in the company of accused number 4.
Accused number 5 will tell this court that on the 26th of October, he never went to the Soto hostel in Fosloras and he did not get into the bedroom as you have testified.
Usho njalo ke uma lesihlanu thina nge-26 zika October 2014 akazange ke aye khona lapho kuleyo hostel Fosloras nokuthi ke wangena ngakulelo gumbi njengoba wena ke usuthule ubufakazi bakho ngakhona. He's lying.
And will further tell this court that he was not in Fosloras hostel with you.
Uthi ke ubengekho laphana eFosloras hostel nakhona nawe
He does not know you.
akakwazi.
He was in Johannesburg where he was working on the 26th of October 2014.
Beke seJoburg la esebenza khona nge-26 zika October 2014.
Uqamba ngakho.
He's lying.
Is there any person who can testify, who can confirm that you saw accused number 5 in hostel, Fosloras hostel on the 26th of October 2014?
Ngabe khona yini umuntu ongakwazi ukuthi ase ubufakazi bakho amanye amazwi ukusho ukuthi wena ke umbonile lona umangalelwa wesihlanu nge-26 zika October 2014 khona laphana ehostel ukhona angakuseka kulokho?
Angicabangi lokho ukuthi ngavela ke ngicabanga ukuthi ngavela kubantu bebephenya icase. Abantu abakhulume nabe hostel akusimini ngikhulume nawo.
I think that information, it's information that can be gathered from the people that are investigating the case.
Okay, but there is no one that you
Because
know.
Wena ke uqobo lwakho akekho omaziyo.
Angiyimisela ukuzofaka omunye entweni engangeni kuyo.
I am not determined to bring a person into something that he shouldn't be a part of.
Yeah, the person will be confirming that he saw accused number 5 with you in hostel.
Lowo muntu phela
Not something that has got nothing to do with anyone. Just confirming what you are saying.
Lowo muntu phela ke uzoqinisekisa ke lokho kushoyo wena ukuthi umbonile umangalo wesihlanu nge-26 ka-October ehostel.
Why kumele athuzwe yini lo muntu? Ngeke ngikwazi ukuthuza umuntu.
Why should that person be chosen by myself? I cannot choose a person.
But you are a police officer.
Kodwa ke uyiphoyisa.
Yebo.
Yes.
Okay, let's move on to the newspaper that you said you read on the, when did you read the newspaper?
Uthi uyawayifuna nini?
After ngicabanga ukuthi kwakuyi-Tuesday.
Newspaper.
Yeah.
2 days after,
What
I
was
think
the
it
pic-
was on a Tuesday.
What was depicted in that picture?
Kwakuvezwe imifanekiso
Regarding this case.
lapho. Mayelana ke nale case kwakuvezwe ini?
Was there
kule-
a description
kule-
or was there a picture referring to the suspects in this case?
Kwakhona
Kwakune-
mhlawumbe incazelo okanye kwakhona ke umfanekiso mayelana ke nabasolwa kuleli cala.
Kwakuney'thombe.
There were photographs.
Isitori sakhona sibhalwe ngaleyo ndlela babesibhale ngayo leyo ma-journalist.
And now the formatting of that article had the pictures as well.
Yes, pictures for who?
Kwakukhona ke ama-picture wobani,
Ungathi isithombe sikabani?
meaning whose picture?
Pictures for the suspects, for the complainants, for
Ama
what are the pictures?
Suspect,
Depicted.
Ama-suspect.
Yes.
the suspects pictures.
Yes, can you describe those two pictures
Ngaphana ngencazelo yalezo iy'thombe eziwu-2
that you saw in that newspaper?
lezo oyibone khona lapho kuleyo lelo phephandaba.
I know that you said you cannot recall the name of the newspaper. Am I correct?
Ngiyakwazi lokho ukuthi ushilo ukuthi angeke ukwazi ukukhumbula igama lalelo phephandaba.
Uma ngikhumbula iy'thombe zazo-2.
If I remember well,
Ile kade ngisiboniswa u-advocate Nxumalo.
it was one of the pictures is the one that Advocate Nxumalo was.
Forget about that.
Decision.
The question is, can you describe the pictures that you saw on the newspaper?
Ungakwazi ke ukuphana ngencazelo yalezo ke
Describe them for me.
description yalezo iy'thombe oyibone kuleyo
Ubuso
newspaper.
bulapha obunama-dread nomunye ubuso obuvalwe nge-overhead, i-hood, isigqoko
The
sehlanganwe.
face, one of the faces that was depicted there, it had the dreadlocks on the head, as well as the other face that was covered with a hoodie.
Okay. The dreadlocks that you saw, it was the dreadlocks. Sorry, my lord, can I just rephrase? The description that you saw there, it had been given by the people who were inside the house. Did you read an article or you just look at the pictures?
Phela leyo description lapho ke senziwa ilabantu ke abebekhona laphana endlini. Wena wayifunda leyo article okanye wavele wabheka iy'thombe phela?
Ngayifunda ngabheka ney'thombe.
I read the article and I also had to look at the pictures as well.
Okay, what did it say? Who gave that description of those pictures?
Mawufunda kuleyo article ithi ngubani ophene
Was it the
okanye
police or the people who were inside the house during the incident?
ubani owaphana ngaleyo description ke?
Angikhumbula ukuthi ngafunda ukuthi ubani uphene ngaleyo description, kodwa engikwaziyo ngafunda ukuthi zenziwe ubani, ngiyakhumbula zenziwe warrant officer Stinka.
No, I cannot remember who provided or furnished them with the description, but I remember who actually drew those pictures there. It was Warrant Officer Stienkam.
Okay, am I correct to say the description that was depicted there did not meet the description of accused number 3?
Ngabe kuyiqiniso-ke ukuthi leyo description eyayivela kulezo y'thombe khona lapho ebingafani nommangalelwa wesithathu.
Ngendlela engangibuka ngakhona isithombe sasinama-dread ayivulekile, kodwa lapha ngangibone engenawo ama-dread avulekile. waqinile.
Isithombe kwi-newspaper besinama-threads avulekile. Kusho
Yebo.
njalo. And then kuphi la umbone khona
Hostela.
ehostel eqhinile.
Yebo.
All right. Now, the photograph on the newspaper, or the picture that was on the newspaper, had the loosened or the loose dreadlocks. But at the hostel, the dreadlocks were braided or fastened together.
Yeah, so what's the answer? To my question.
Impendulo ithini? Umbuzo.
It did not meet the description of accused number 3.
Shuthi lowo muntu
That's what I asked.
lona obevela kulesi sithombe kwi-newspaper, i-description leyo eyakhe ibengafani nommangalelwa wesithathu.
Yes.
Ngendlela engibone ngakhona engafani.
Uyavuma na?
Yebo, ngiyavuma.
Yes.
I
That's-
agree.
that's all I wanted.
I agree. That is how I saw him. Yes, the description was not
And the
fitting
description-
accused number 3.
Thank you. And the description for the second suspect, what did you see on the photo?
Mawubheka kuleso sithombe,
Yayiqonda
lowo muntu ubefana
straight
nobani?
ku-accused number 2.
That person looked like accused number 2.
You did not understand the question.
Awu,
What
baba.
did you see in the newspaper?
Uboneni kwi-newspaper?
Newspaper where you read the
Kwi-newspaper.
article.
Uboneni?
Ukhuluma ngamaphi manje u-accused?
Lalela, newspaper. Ubheka i-newspaper. Uboneni mayelana-ke nalo suspect wesibili? Uboneni ilokhu akubuzayo?
Imuphi wesibili lo?
Ubone oqala ofake onama-dreadlocks alusa ngisho. Lo wesibili uboneni mawumbheka yena?
Ngibona u-accused number 2.
When I looked at the second suspect on the newspaper, I saw accused number 2.
I'll take it that you don't want to answer that question.
Ngizothatha
Okay?
ukuthi-ke awufuni uphendula umbuzo.
Okay. After reading that article, and you have seen the warrant officer who had been referred to in that article, did you call him to say you've got this information about the real suspects?
Mawuqeda
Ilanga?
I did not phone call him.
And the reason why you didn't call him?
Yes, yes,
Remember,
that's
you
what I
were a
said.
police officer at that particular time when you read that article, and you had this information. Now, a warrant officer is being referred to describing the article. Why then didn't you go and report the matter that you've got this information so that investigation could have been done regarding that article?
Ingani ungakwenzanga lokho-ke? Khumbule phela khona isikhathi ngaleso sikhathi-ke bowuyiphoyisa wena. Nakho ufunda i-article, nakho sokuvelela ukuthi lesi sithombe kwani lezo iy'thombe ey'velela lapho-ke warrant officer Steenkamp wangamfonela yini? Ngoba phela lolu lwazi-ke oluqhamuka la ulwazi olungakwazi ukuthi lisetshenziswe ekutheni kuphenywe icala. Wangamfonela yini?
Ngangesimphenyo leli cala.
I wasn't the investigator of the case.
No, it's just as a witness.
Njengofakazi nje.
As a witness who is not just an ordinary witness, as a witness who is a police officer who happened to have information regarding the same incident that is being reported on an article.
Njengofakazi. Hayi ufakazi nje ojwayelekile kodwa ufakazi nje oyikhethile okuyiphoyisa onolwazi-ke olumayelana-ke neqala lona leli-ke ukuthi liyaphenywa.
Ingakho namhlanje sila.
That is why we are here today.
No, we are not going to avoid that.
Ah,
At the
yeah.
time when you were reading the article,
Well-
why then didn't you report to the police that you have such information regarding this article?
Ingani ngenkathi ufunda leyo article ingani ungazange wareporta kuleli phoyisa okanye emaphoyiseni
Or to any police officer, not just to be specific to the warrant officer who was written on that article. To any police officer to say you've got the information regarding this article.
noma yiliphi iphoyisa nje ubungakwazi ukuthi ufonele ingani ungazange wafonela-ke emaphoyiseni okanye wareporta-ke emaphoyiseni ukuthi ngine information ethize mayelana-ke nale article lena ebhalwe phansi nanoma-ke bengingeyena-ke u-warrant officer Steenkamp kodwa-ke noma yiliphi nje iphoyisa yingani ungakwazanga ukwenza lokho.
Hey mama umsholo la kusetshenzwa kanjalo. Ngeke uthi mawubona into bese suka nje uhambe uyereport into ongenafakazi bayo.
Ma'am, so that is not how we work. You cannot just be seeing something and then you go and report something that you don't have the supporting evidence of.
Are you done?
That it?
Ngiqhubeka.
I put it to you that you knew as a police officer at the time when you witnessed the incident, when you read an article, that if you have any information, you are supposed to report it to the police in order for that information to be investigated.
Ngibeka kuwena ke ukuthi nangenkathi ke ufunda le article obukwazi ukuthi unalo ulwazi lokuthi uma ngabe khona ke okuthize ke okutholayo okungasiza amaphoyisa ungakwazi ukuthi ufonele amaphoyisa ngaleso sikhathi uwatshele.
Ngangeke ngiwasize ngangekho kakhulu manje ngangababonanga. Rasta lidubula umuntu.
I would not.
Accuse number mange edubula umuntu. So ngangeke ngifike ngithi mina senginolwazi lakhona.
Now, I wasn't at the commander's house. I did not witness a Rasta or a dreadlock person shooting at any person.
And
therefore, I could not have helped them in any way.
Don't confuse yourself. And I put it to you that the reason why you failed to execute your fundamental duties, to report to the police about the information that could have assisted the police and investigation at that particular time, it's because the incident on the 26th of October that you are referring to, that it happened at a Phosphorus hostel, did not take place, and you did not have that information at the time when you read that article. That is the reason why you did not report that information. You only fabricated the story later.
Esona sizathu esenza ukuthi ke ungakwazi ukureporta lento lena ke uma wena usufunda iarticle uyabona ke ukuthi kukhona ulwazi oluthize ke olungakwazi ukuthi lisize amaphoyisa okanye lisize ukuphenywa kwaleli cala. Esona sizathu ukuthi awukhulumi lo iqiniso ke uma ukhuluma ngesigameko esenzeke nge-26 khona laphayana nge-26 sika October 2014 khona laphana hostel. Yinto nje oyiphekela yona ke azange kube naleso sigameko ke sase hostel yase Phosphorus.
Ukuphendula
Any
iphekele
Any comment?
Uthini ngokuphendula?
ukuthi ngiyiphekele yona angiyiphekelanga yona. Iqiniso kuleyo nto.
As you say that it has been fabricated by myself, no, I did not fabricate it myself. And the truth to that matter, Makubega,
Ukuthi njengoba ngangibonile accuse number 2 ukuthi uyamatcha naleyo description, but kwangesiyo umsebenzi wami ukuthi ngithi sengine-show ngalokho ngangingazi ukuthi kwenzakaleni kuphi.
and the fact that I had seen accused number 2 matches the description in the newspaper
And at the time,
would not be necessarily a confirmation to now know what happened and where.
and at the time when you read that article, you did not know the person who was referred to in that article. You did not even know the accused number 2.
Ubungamazi ngaleso sikhathi ke lo muntu okhulunywa ngaye lapho kuleyo article futhi ubungamazi bona ummangalelwa wesibili ngekade usubona ke lo mfanekiso.
Ngangazi ukuthi kakhumalo bambeke kanjani kodwa mina ngangimbonile ukuthi bona bamdescribe kanjani kodwa mina ngibona ukuthi lo bakhulume ngaye la ngimbonile la.
Now, I did not know the description which was furnished by the commandos. However, the person that I saw on the newspaper, I remember that this one, I saw him at such and such a place.
Sorry, my lord, can I just rephrase? You did not know that the person, the second person who was depicted in that article was referring to accused number 2.
Ubungakwazi ke lokho ukuthi lo muntu wesibili owaye velela khona lapho kulelo phephandaba beku umsolwa wesibili okanye ummangalelwa wesibili ubungakwazi lokho.
As a court piece, my lord, I know it's an ethical thing, but I don't know whether Advocate Mshololo has got instructions from accused number 2 to put that version that she's putting now to the witness.
Yes.
Thank you, my lord. Can I proceed or can we adjourn, my lord?
No, respond to your learned colleague. Or you don't want to respond to that?
My lord, I don't want to respond to that because I've said to the witness, he did not have the genuine information at the time when he read the article. He did not know. He did not know who was being referred to in that article.
Mr. Manui, why do you say it's an ethical question?
Well, she's putting it as a fact, my lord, that that the witness did not know accused number 2. And one cannot do that, my lord, unless one has got instructions to put that such a submission to a witness?
Yeah, well, this court must take it for granted that she's got instructions. Because she owes this court a duty not to mislead the court. Ethically. Counsel can't put any submission, proposition, when she doesn't have instructions, because she's representing somebody's version. Is that not so?
My lord, I had laid the basis
No, I'm
before
talking
the-
about, I'm responding to your learned colleagues.
Yes.
Period.
My lord, I had said you failed to report because you did not have that information, that evidence. That is why then I put after that, my lord, to say, when you read that article,
Okay, I'll
Thank
let
you.
it rest there.
thank you, my lord.
Yes.
I don't know if we can adjourn for long break or.
Is that so? Yeah,
Should
okay,
I
until 12 o'clock.
I, it's not.
Hi people, hi people, hi people. We actually had what do you call it? We actually had the court sessions and the proceedings of today. Wow, it was quite interesting. There was a voice note that we had earlier. I hope we'll be able to hear it very well. I hope we'll be able to hear it. This is getting more interesting by the hour and by the minute. It's getting more interesting. I asked you a question earlier. What is your take? What's your take over this? Over this? Over this Zungu? Over this Zungu? All right. Let me play this. Let me play this voice note quickly. Let me see. Where is this voice note? Why is it not playing? I wanted to play the voice note for you so that you can actually hear what our learned colleague Kumalo was actually saying on this voice note. Let's just hear your voice note. I just want to play it quickly here. Let me see if I can play it for you quickly. No. Where is it? I just want to look for this voice note. Where is that voice note, by the way? Where is that voice note? I don't know why it is not playing on mine here. I don't know why it is not playing on mine. It's playing on another side, but it's not playing on my side. I want to see. Why is it not? I don't know why it's not playing. I don't know why it's not playing on my side. I think it's this one. Let me.
Ela abasinika uzungu thina sidile ngaye as a country abasinika uzungu sidile ngaye as a country simqeda amanga lawa nawo.
Did you hear that voice note? I believe you heard it nice and clearly. Somebody sent a voice note on our WhatsApp. They want this Zungu to come in. They want this Zungu to come in. Why are you saying I'm glad Mshololo today is able to take on the judge? Definitely, because the judge has been actually playing funny. Telizi are saying they came back ready for our so-called our Lord. Definitely. Muzi are saying Zungu is already deep inside the grave. Ayiko lento yake. Walala kwabeda. Kwabeni. We are looking for this Kwabeni. Where is this Kwabeni? Where is this Kwabeni? Where is this Kwabeni? I'm sure this Kwabeni has to come in, and we want to hear his side of the story, because Kwabeni is appearing Gwabeni and Gininda, they are appearing a lot. They are appearing a lot. So let's just see, people. Let's just see. We are going for a lunch now. We will see. Tobekile, you're saying as a police officer, you should have known how important any piece of information is to the investigation. And this incident happened in Falls Forest, where you had spent the afternoon. Hogwash, indeed. Definitely, guys, let's look at the facts correctly. Let's look at the facts correctly. Number one, he went there with a state vehicle. And also, he was asked, were you there for leisure or you were doing it at your own time? Was it business or what? He can't give us a clear answer. Okay, fine. Were you drinking with a police vehicle? He can't give us an answer. There was a lady that he was with as well. Was that lady in the state vehicle? There's no clear answer. There are too many things that he did not answer clearly on this particular incident. So now, I'm sure the judge is now stressed, and Baloyi is also stressed about this Zungu. Kenneth, you're saying, according to Zungu, Usnako was shot on the 2014 by Gwanimbi, and again still Gwanimbi shot Snako on 2017. That Zungu is useless witness. Definitely, that's something that is not making sense. So we need to actually get to the bottom of this and find out exactly what is happening here. Muzi Zungu, you're saying no, Zungu is also Gwabeni. Oh, Zungu is also Gwabeni. All right. I think so. I'm not sure. Malibo Hoya saying, why was Zungu quiet for such a long time without reporting? Exactly. That's why he's saying, yeah, I end up reporting it now. He's saying, I end up reporting it now. Tirelo, you're saying, that dreadlock man frustrated Zungu when he drink alcohol. Why supposed to drink alcohol on duty? Why? Guys, I showed you two pictures. I showed you the picture of the guy who was actually alleged to be the one. There's this guy here who was alleged to be the one who was on that sketch, on that diagram. This guy here is a guy who owns a car wash somewhere there. This guy owns a car wash, and he was taken in for questioning. And this guy, according to the picture of that guy they almost look alike with that other picture where there is this guy with a what do you call it, with threads. They on the picture there, it actually looks yeah, oh my goodness. So many people were actually fighting this guy in Kasi there. They were fighting this guy in Kasi there, saying that he's the one on the picture. So now when you look at him and you look at the picture now, which was actually there, this one, the picture that was there, the picture that was placed there, you can actually see now that they took that picture and they say this guy, and they arrested him. Zungu was quiet. I want to get there. Zungu was quiet. Why did not Zungu come in and say, okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? All right, let's leave that one. Now, Mshololo is saying he did not report because he was not yet sure if this person is the real person they are looking for. So he could not report it. But funny enough, if you hear his version, remember, he is the same Zungu who said these guys were talking about killing Senzo. Guys, let's talk about this. He said on that particular day they were boasting. They were actually saying they have come from killing Senzo. They were exchanging the guns and everything. But now today, Jiggy is actually saying he has no clue whatsoever. I don't know what exactly is he taking us. Is he taking us for a ride or what? Felix is saying, Zungu, you have dug your own grave, Bafo. You will learn that money can't cover a crying dead soul. Did he saw Zenzo's mom crying? It's so heartbreaking that you have the guts to stand and lie. I'm watching with my 12-year-old daughter, and she told me that Dad, this Zungu is a liar. Just imagine, wow! Imagine a young person like that identifying that this guy is lying. Oh my goodness! Yo. Yeah, it's something else. I'm telling you. It's something. It's something that we need to actually check. Dora, you're saying, Zungu, if what you are telling is true. You could have reported the accused as soon as you heard about the incident, but you failed as an officer, meaning you are being paid to come and lie to the public. You belong to jail. Definitely, guys, look at this. He saw guns being exchanged, like what he's saying. He saw all those things happening, but the guy did not do anything. Why didn't he report to any other police person? Why didn't he report to another person? Not like you're saying the Kumalos did it on purpose to implicate this guy. Mind you, when evidence didn't fit but all other people to implicate. Definitely, no, definitely. So guys, I don't know, let's just wait and see after lunch, and we will still connect, and let's see how it's going to go down after lunch, boss. I'm sure Mshololo is there just to put in the final nail to this coffin of this guy. What's his name? Is there to put in a final coffee on Zungu. We shall see and see exactly how everything is going to unfold. So definitely we will come back again, and let's see how everything is going to unfold after this break. So let's now go on for a break, and then when we come back, I know that we will actually have our answers, I'm sure, because automatically they can see that truly this guy is lying. This guy is lying. He's not sticking to one story. He's not sticking to one story. All right, people, we'll talk again after lunch. Thanks.
Remember
Fundela
that's
for-
part of your examination in chief?
Leyo ngxenye
Or should I read it?
Maqhubeka mama.
You can proceed.
Did you hear? Or you read it on an article about the first suspect who was arrested in this matter?
Wezwa ngokuboshwa ku umsolo wokuqala okanye wafunda kuleyo article ngokuboshwa kumsolo wokuqala.
Yebo,
What is
Zungu,
it?
ukuthi ngafunda ngalokho.
wafunda ngalokho. Azange uzwe ngalokho.
Ngakufunda kwi-newspaper, kuma-newspaper.
Wezwa ngakho noma wafunda ngakho kuma newspaper.
Ngakufunda kuma-newspaper.
I read that in the newspapers.
Okay. And then when you heard that a suspect has been arrested, then why didn't you go to the police for the second time to report that you also have such an important information about the suspects in this matter?
Mawusuzwa ke ukuthi khona lo oseboshiwe. Yingani ungazange waya khona emaphoyiseni ukuthi uyowatshela amaphoyisa phela ke nami nginolwazi oluthize ke olumayelana ke lekala okanye ukuboshwa kwalo msolo.
Nganginaso isizathu sokuthi ngaye emaphoyiseni ngoba amaphoyisa ngicanda nesizathu esinafu ukuthi wayembophile kwenzakaleni ngangayeni into phenya lelo cala.
I did not have sufficient reasons to can go to the police because the police had their own reasons as to why they arrested that person. And further, I wasn't the person that was now investigating the case.
And further to that, failure to report information about the suspect, you now say in the examination in chief, my lord, I'm referring the witness to the appearances of the 7th of September. It's paragraph 20, the examination in chief of the witness. This is what we said. It's not. On page 38, my lord, paragraph 20. It's short, I can just read it. On page 38. Under Mr. Zungu, you say, and after some time, I heard again that they are saying that the suspect was not the right one. I did not do anything. I just left it. I was just reading newspapers as normal. And after some time, let us say about after a year, 2015 or 2017, if I'm not mistaken, I then met Kwabini and asked him. You see that paragraph?
Uyayibona le paragraph
Uyayibona?
ngizoyifundela abangalelwa ithi ke emva kwesikhashana esithize ngase ngiyezwa okanye ngiyazwela ukuthi kuthiwa ke umsolwa bekungeyena akusena ke umsolwa umfuna akukho lokho akukho kunye engingakwenza ngavele ngayihambela ngayiyekela kanjalo bengilo ngifunda ke amaphephandaba ke njengenjwayelo emva kwesikhathi mhlawumbe emva konyaka ka 2015 2016 noma 2017 uma ngenza iphutha emva kwalokho ke ngase ngihlangana naye uGwabini ngambuza uyabona
Yebo.
I can see that.
Yes. Still again, after now receiving the information that the suspect who had been arrested was the wrong one, you still sit and don't do anything with the information of the real suspects. You don't go and submit that information to the police.
Emva kokuthi ukubone lokho kanye uzwe ukuthi lo owaboshwa bekungeyena obefana ukuthi aboshwe nanoma kunjalo ke awuhambi wena ke uyophana ngencazelo kanye ulwazi oluqondile khona lapha emaphoyiseni mayelana ke nomsolo ofanele ukuthi aboshwe.
Umbuzo uthini?
Yes. Why? Why did you fail to report to the police that you had an information about the real suspect when you have heard that the wrong suspect had been arrested? I think you understand what I'm referring to. This is part of your examination.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yes,
Uzwa kahle.
yes.
I hear you clearly.
Why, as the police officer, you did not go and inform the police, give the police the correct information that you had?
Ingani ungazange uye emaphoyiseni ke uyonikeza amaphoyisa ke ulwazi okuyilona ulwazi oluqondile owawuliphethe wena ngaleso sikhathi. Kodwa ke kuwukuthi usubonile ukuthi kuthiwa kuboshwe umsolwa okungeyena.
Ngangenayo reason ukuthi why bethi akuyena, ngangenayo soft isizathu sokuthi bamreleasile, ngangenakho ukuthi ngenaphi bamreleasile kungani bembophile kungani bemrelease. Ngangeke ngikwazi uku-interfere kubo ngithi why nirelease lo. Ngangenayo evidence enough ngaleso sikhathi sokuthi ngithi lo yena msolwa osolekayo.
Now, during that time, I did not have sufficient evidence to can point to the police that this is not, or this is the suspect that you actually should be arresting. And I did not have reasons as to, I didn't know the reasons for the police to can arrest that particular person during that time. So I didn't have sufficient reasons to can proceed to the police and inform them about the right person that should be arrested.
I think maybe I did not put the question properly to you. My question is, after hearing that a wrong person had been suspected and been released, why, as the police officer, didn't you go to the police and give to the police the information about the real suspect that you had? Do you understand the question?
Uyabuzwa ke, uyawuzwa lo mbuzo kahle.
Yes. I'm not saying that you were supposed to go to the police and ask them why they've released that person. No, that's not my question. My question is about you failing to give information to the police about the real suspect.
Asikele
According to
ukuthi
your-
amaphoyisa ke amkhulula okanye amdedela lona umsolo okungeyena. Umbuzo wakho awulapho awugcinanga lapho. Umbuzo wami uthi ingani ungazange ke wena waye emaphoyiseni emva ukuthi usunolwazi olumayelana ke nomsolwa okuyena. Yingani ungayanga emaphoyiseni wafike ke wayotshela amaphoyisa ngalo. Umbuzo wami ulapho nje.
Njengephoyisa, iphoyisa lihlakaniphela lithathi nje udodo oqhamukayo luhambe luyofida abanye. Kwakumele ngihlale phansi ngiyibheke lento engikhuluma ngayo ukuthi ngabe ngempela iqiniso noma kulona iqiniso. Ngale kwalokho ngangengithi ngizwe lokho ukuthi bakhiphe lo bafaka lo bese ngiyagijima ngiyothi mina no ngazi umsolwa o right. Wangenasidingo futhi sokuthi ngihambe ngiyomisa amaphoyisa ukuthi mina ngazi umsolwa o right. Ngicabanga ukuthi umsebenzi wamaphoyisa wawunikeziwa laba ababetaskwe ngako ukuthi ba-investigate i-case. If kwakunezinto ababeyidinga kimi babezoza kimi ngaleso sikhathi bangibuze. Wangesimini umsebenzi wami ukuthi ngihambe ngiyobatshela ukuthi mina nginolwazi besuspect ukuthi nokuthi ekubeni ngangekho kakhumalo. Ngaleyo ndlela ngabe interfere emsebenzini wamaphoyisa.
I did not have sufficient evidence that I could take to the police. I couldn't take any other information that one would get out there and take it to the police or a information according to the language of the witness now. I wouldn't take any nonsense and take it to the police or any rubbish and just take it to the police, because further, I was not the person that was investigating the matter. And further, I also was not at the Kumalo's house at the time. Therefore, I did not have sufficient evidence that I can furnish the police with.
What rubbish information are you referring to? Did you say rubbish information? Did I hear correct?
Ukuthi kange ngithathe udodo olwazi engangilwazi ngaleso sikhathi ngiyolinikeza amaphoyisa. Ngangikumele ngazi kahle ukuthi ngikhuluma ngani, ngiqondiswe kubani.
I meant that I wouldn't take any rubbish of information or any information that was not useful to the police and
Okay.
then take it not even knowing who compiled that information.
I need to understand this properly. You are saying the information you had about the real suspects, you are saying that information amounted to rubbish to you. Is that what you're saying?
Ngifuna ukuzwa kahle lokho kushoyo ukuthi le information wena ubuyiphethe mayelana ke nomsolwa kuyudoti leyo information ukhuluma ngaleyo information mawuthi udoti.
Bengisacabanga ukuthi usakhuluma ngamaphepha ukuthi ama-newspaper athini ngalokho nokuthi wayemkhiphile.
I thought you were still referring to the newspapers and further why that the suspect was released. I thought that is what you were referring to.
No. I'll repeat for you, Mr. Zungu.
Ngizwa iphinda futhi.
What I'm
Iphindela
saying to you is that you had an information about the suspect in this case. You understand that?
Engishoyo ke ukuthi wena wawune information okanye ulwazi mayelana ke nomsolwa kuleli cala. Uyakuzwa lokho?
Ngiyakuzwa?
Yes, I understand that.
And when you were testifying here in court, you said, I heard again that they are saying that the suspect was not the right one. That's what you said.
Mawufakaza lana enkantolo wathi wena ngezwe futhi ukuthi lo msolwa bekungeyena ke umsolwa.
And at the time when you heard
yeah, no, right.
that the suspect was not the right one, you had information about the right suspect. in this
Wena
matter.
ngenkathi uzwa ukuthi lo msolwa akusiyena umsolwa right. Wena ubuphethe ulwazi olumayelana ke nomsolwa right.
And
Sisesonke
still,
lapho.
and still you did not bring that information to the attention of the police officers.
Nanoma kunjalo ke azange ke uke uhlinzeke amaphoyisa ngalolo lwazi.
About the real suspect,
All
according to your
mayelana-
evidence.
Olumayelana ke nomsolwa okuyena umsolwa right.
You understand?
Uyakuzwa lokho?
Ngikuzwa
You
kahle.
understand?
Clearly.
Yes, yes. Then why did you fail to bring that information to the attention of the police officers? That was my question.
Umbuzo wami lo ke ukuthi ingane ke ungazange ke wahlinzeka amaphoyisa ke ngalolo lwazi owawuphethe.
Ngangazi ukuthi amaphoyisa ngelinye ilanga uyitholela evidence yawo akwazi ukupresenta leyo case. Mina kwangesuka umsebenzi wami ukuthi ngithi nami suspect right le akusi suspect right.
Now I knew that the police eventually were going to find the right information. It was not my role to play to say that this is the right suspect and this is the wrong suspect.
You know the reason why you did not come forward to the police with this information
Ungayi emaphoyiseni.
is because you had never you did not have the information as to who the suspects are in this matter.
Ingoba wena bunganayo information emayelana nokuthi ke abasolwa obani kule car. Yisona sizathu ezenza ukuthi ungaya kuba ukuthi awuyanga emaphoyiseni. Uthini ke wena uyakutshela?
Uyangitshela ukuthi ngakho ngayanga emaphoyiseni. Ngiyile emaphoyiseni yimi engenza ukuthi ngiye emaphoyiseni. Ngalesikhathi bengibona ukuthi ubufakazi bakhona nginabo ngineshow ngabo futhi.
No, I am the one that went to the police. At the time that I had evidence, I did go to the police.
And you, at this particular time, the incident was still fresh in your mind. This was 29 October 2014, wherein you failed to report this incident.
I-incident lena bese seyintsha nje engqondweni yakho. Sikhuluma nge-29
I'm referring to the issue of a suspect being arrested and released.
ngikhuluma ngalokho.
Yeah.
Lokho kwenzeka nge-29 zika October
And
2014.
at that time, on the 29th of October, when you were reading this, you had not met with accused number 5 in particular on the date as we have testified.
Uma ke ufunda khona lapha ke lezo indaba kuphephandaba nge-29 zika October 2014 ubungakaze ke uhlangane naye ke ummangalelo wesihlanu njengoba wena bususushilo ke kufakazela lapho.
Ngiyaphinda futhi ngithi kukho ukumbona umsolwa wesihlanu ngambona nge-26.
I repeat, when I saw accused number 5, I did see him on the 26th. Okay?
Ukuthi ngiyile emaphoyiseni nganini khona kodwa ngiyile ngolwazi ngasi nginalo. Ngangeke ngihambe ngiyomisa amaphoyisa ukuthi akenze investigation ngithi mina nginolwazi olungcono.
As to when I went to the police, all I know is that I eventually went to the police and provided them with the information that I had then. I would not have gone before I could gather the information that is needed by the police.
Had you reported this information, the police were going to do a further investigation to the extent of the registration of the motor vehicle that you allege it was driven by accused number 5.
Kube uye waphana ngaleyo information amaphoyisa ke abezokwazi ukuthi aphenye mayelana ke ne registration yale moto othi wena ke ibishayelwa nguye umangalelwa wesihlanu.
kulolo lwazi ukubangalisa ngaleso sikhathi kwakungelona ulwazi olwalivuthiwe nolwazi oluphelele so ngakuzobe kulwazi olungasuki kimi futhi ulwazi nami ngihambe ngalitopa kumanye newspaper.
Now, that information that I got then, it was information that was not yet ripe or information that was sufficient enough. This was information that I went about taking from the newspapers.
Are you confused?
Lutho.
Okay. I'm not talking about newspaper. I'm talking about the motor vehicle you have testified that it was driven by accused
Angikhulumi
number 5.
ngephephandaba. Ngikhuluma ngemoto othi umangalelwa wesihlanu ube idriver nge-26 ka-October.
Yes. I'm not saying it's a newspaper. It's your evidence.
Angisho ke ukuthi kuyi-newspaper. Ngithi mina ke ubufakazi bakho.
Obuthi imonto kamsolo emele ngihambise ngiyasho ukuthi ngibona imonto kamsolo kankani.
To say that I should go to the police and tell them that I have seen.
I'm saying, had you reported
Your reporter
to the police,
Lalela.
had you reported the information you had about the suspects, a further investigation could have been done regarding the registration number and the details of the car. You have testified that it was driven by accused number 2. And that type of investigation was not done because of your failure to report.
Kube wena ke wahamba wayo-reporter ke emaphoyiseni mayelana nemininingwane emayelana nemoto i-registration yaleyo moto. Amaphoyisa ke abezoba sesimeni sokuthi mawaphenye icala ke akwazi ke ukuphuma nokuthize ke ngenxa yokuthi wena ke azange kuye uyoyibika lento oyibonile. Lokho ke okwenza ukuthi ke uphe lo ungasinikezi imiphumela era.
Okay. Let's move on. Do you want to comment?
Ufuna ukomenta?
Bengifuna ukutshela ukuthi ngalolu phenyo ukhuluma ngalo kwangesilona uphenyo lami ukuthi yimo wenza uphenyo.
Oh, okay.
Angeke futhi ngihambise imonto kamsolwa ngangekho wakhumalo la kwakulaweni khona umuntu ngangise hostel.
That investigation that was supposed to have been done, it wasn't myself that was supposed to have conducted that investigation.
Okay, it's
And
fine.
further, I wouldn't have taken the vehicle to the police because I wasn't there at the time that the suspects were at the Kumalo's house.
It's fine, Mr. Zungu. I understand the dilemma. You were constable by then for how many years?
Yimali uyisaziyo nje.
In 2014,
Well,
Yebo.
2014. Ubone iminyaka ungakhi uConstable?
in the service, in
So
2014.
ngabala ke cishe bengene ngo2011 siphoyiseni.
You can count yourself because I started in 2011.
So you were
I
4
joined
years.
the police force.
You were 4 years.
4 years.
Uzobala ne training yami lapho.
I
As well
understand
as
your
my training
dilemma.
as well. Sisake dilemma yami.
Then this is
Okay,
2014, October 2014. You had this information. There is a suspect, wrong suspect who has been arrested and released. Okay?
Okay,
You understand?
26 zika, sorry,
No.
29,
We are 29 October 2014.
2014.
You have this information
Othola-ke le
about the
info.
wrong suspect who has been released. Okay?
Ngalona ke ususpect wrong okuyena ke owadedelwa khona ngaphana ejele.
Okay.
Andino?
How long after reading from that newspaper about the wrong suspect who had been released did you go to General Lishabane?
Emva kokuthi ufunde le ngcenyo ke yendaba khona laphana kuphephandaba. Emva kwesikhathi esingakanani ke ugcine uye khona laphana ku General Shabana.
Emva ukuthi ngase ngazi ukuthi kungani kumele ngithi yibo abenze lokho.
That was after I had known. Why am I saying that? They are the ones that had committed that.
Yeah, which year? We are in
Bekuba
2014. Was it the following year? Was it on the same year? When? I just want to clarify the date.
2018 to 2019.
2018 to 2019.
And that was 4 to 5 years later after the incident.
So to get,
Am I correct?
We have 5 years. Emva kwesikhathi.
Yebo.
Yes.
So you sat with the information, crucial information about the suspect from 2014 up to 2019 when you went to report it to General Lishaba.
Wena
Is that correct?
wahlala-ke, ngolwazi nje olubucayi.
icala libona
Well, the matter does not grow old.
Can you answer my question? You sat with this information from
Wahlala.
2014
Wahlala-ke nalolu lwazi ukusuka ngo-2014
up to the time when you
19.
reported or when you approached General Lishaba in 2019.
ukufika leso
Is
sikhathi
that correct?
uyobona uGeneral Lishaba ngo-2019.
ngoba engangubonile nangangucabanga ngalelo langa ngase nginesiqinisekiso sakho sokuthi kuyiqiniso
Because of what I had seen on the day and what I already was in possession of, I then was sure that indeed this is correct.
No, I'm coming to the reason. I just want this confirmation that
Yeah.
for the period of 4 to 5 years, you sat with such a crucial information.
Manje-ke ngaleyo minyaka-ke wahlala-ke nale information ebucayi kangako.
I'm coming to the reasons.
Sisazokhuluma-ke ngezizathu kodwa-ke wahlala phezu kwendaba nje ecwa kangaka.
Are we on the same page?
Siyazwana?
yeah yes
Yes.
Beka.
Okay.
You can proceed.
Yes. Then after 5 years, what made you then to approach General Lishaba about this information?
After iminyaka ewu-5-ke yini into eyenza ukuthi uhambe-ke uye kuye uGeneral Lishaba mayelana naleli cala?
because information enganginayo ngangiyibona ukuthi iyathinteka
Now, I had information, or I was in possession of the information which I think that it was linked to this case.
Okay. Am I also correct to say for the period of 5 years, when you approached General Lishaba, you had not made any statement regarding this incident that you have testified about?
Before he meets with General Lishaba, he hadn't
Yes.
made any
He had
statement.
not. He had not. I'm asking, yes. Am I correct?
Ubungakasenzi
That-
statement ngaleso sikhathi-ke uma uyobona naye uGeneral Lishaba.
lutho
Not
bengaze
at all,
ngisenze
yes. I hadn't made a statement as yet.
And is it also your evidence that at the time when the incident was still fresh in your mind, you did not make any statement for the period of 5 years?
Ngabe kuyiqiniso-ke ukuthi lesi sigameko sesisha-ke engqondweni yakho awuzange-ke ukuwenza i-statement kuleso sikhathi-ke seminyaka ewu-5.
yebo angaze ngenze statement
Yes, I didn't make any statement.
Okay. Now, on the date when you met with General Lushabe, you said, can you recall the date or you just remember the year?
Ukhumbula unyaka kuphela i-date uyayikhumbula ma uyohlangana naye
ngidibane naye
uJeneral
ikhathi eyiningi mhlawumbe uma wangikhumbuza ukuthi isiphi isikhathi okhuluma ngaso
I met with him several times. Perhaps if
I'm
you can
talking-
remind me which time in particular you're
The
referring
first
to.
incident, the
Um,
first
kules-
incident.
kules-
When you now decided to go and report to
Okokuqala,
General Lushabe.
ihlandla lokuqala mase wena-ke usuthatha isinqumo sokuthi uyaya kuGeneral Lishaba
Angiyikhumbuli.
uyomtshela.
angiyikhumbula idate
I do not remember the date.
You can't recall. The place, do you still recall the place where you met for the first time?
Uyayikhumbula indawo lapho nahlala
Yebo,
khona
ngiyayikhumbula.
okokuqala? Yes,
Where was
I
it?
remember the place.
Where was it?
Bekukuphi?
bekusethembisa station
It was at the Tembisa station.
Yes. What did you say to him?
Utheni kuye-ke?
ngimtshelile ngolwazi enginalo ukuthi nginalolu lwazi lufana nalolu
I told him about the information that I am in possession of, such and such an information, that is the one I am in possession of.
Yes.
then wabe sethi uzozenzela uphenyo ngalokho uzongazisa
He then said that he was going to make his investigations about that and then he will let me know.
Okay. You related the story as we have narrated it here in court about each suspect, the involvement and your presence in the hostel and going to Shibini, buying alcohol and all that information. Did you give that information to General Lishaba?
Wamnikeza lolo lwazi-ke njengoba-ke wasidobela umfanekiso wena mayelana-ke nalolu suku ukuthi
All.
nenzani-ke benise-hostel nahamba nayothenga-ke utshwala kuphi-kuphi-ke wamtshela ukuthi nawe ubukhona lapho abamangalelwa njengoba nje uye wathula ubufakazi bakho la enkantolo wamtshela leyo nto leyo uGeneral Shabantu.
angimtshelanga ukuthi ngangikhona angimtshelanga
I didn't tell him that I was there.
Okay. Did you tell General Lishaba that you had witnessed people exchanging firearms in your presence.
Wamtshela ke uGeneral Shabane ukuthi wababona abantu beshintsana ngebhamu wena la wena bukhona ubabona khona ukuthi bayakwenza lokho. Wamtshela?
Ngicabanga ukuthi kumtshela kwami ngangamtsheli ngeyibhamu ngangimtshela ngendlela engibone ngayo ukuthi yini eyenzakalile ngangamtsheli ukuthi ubani wenzeni. Ingakho athi uzozenzela eyakhe i-investigation abuye kimi.
Now, the manner in which I related that to him was what I had witnessed and not who I saw. It was for that matter that he actually said that he will make his own investigations.
I'll repeat this question. Did you tell General Lishabane that on the 26th of October, 2014, you saw people, suspects, exchanging guns in your presence?
Wamtshela uGeneral Shabane ukuthi nge-26 October 2014 wabona abasolwa beshintsana ngebhamu. Wamtshela lokho.
Angimtshelanga.
I did not tell him.
Okay. And the reason why you did not tell him, it's because it never happened.
Isizathu senza ukuthi ungamtsheli okanye esenza ukuthi kube ukuthi wena umtshelanga yingoba lokho azange kwenzeke.
Isizathu esenza ukuthi ngamtsheli lokho ngangenza ukuthi ayitholele olwakho ulwazi.
The reason
Oluzokwazi ukuba yilolu lwazi olitholile la enkantolo nangempela wazenzela lo lwazi lokuthi akuthole ukuthi ngangikhona ngalo ukuthatshelwe yini.
I wanted for him to do his own investigations and then find this information. This information that is also available in this honorable court. And further that, it was an information that has to do with me being involved in that matter.
I put it to you again that if it is true that you, Constable Zungu, had witnessed people exchanging guns on the 26th of October in your presence, you would have informed General Lishabane about that information. That one on its own. You failed to do so, to give that information, because you had not seen any person. There was no person who ever exchanged firearms in your presence.
Uye wakhona ngempela ukuthi ubone abantu beshintsana ngebhamu wena ke ubuzopheqeka ukuthi uyoreportela yena uGeneral Shabane mayelana ke naleso sigameko osibonile wena. Isizathu esenza ukuthi ke kube awuzange umtshele uGeneral Shabane ngalokho yingoba wena awuzange uyibone leyo nto njengoba wena usuyithula la enkantolo. Ngalokho
Ngababona bephethe izibhamu.
I saw them in possession of the firearms.
Angimtshelanga uGeneral ngoba kwakumele ukuthi azenzele olwakho uphenyo.
I didn't tell the general because he was supposed to have done his own investigations.
Wathi mayisezenzelile futhi uphenyo wakuthola lokho ukuthi nami ngangikhona.
After he had conducted his own investigations, he also found out that I was also there.
Yilapho kunesiqinisekiso sokuthi kuze azokwazi ukuthi unolwazi lalento kwakumele afika kumention ukuthi nami ngangikhona. Yile ngangazingayo ukuthi indlela yokuthi athole iqiniso.
Now, that is how I found out that this was the way to confirm that I also was there. He had to do his own investigations and eventually find out that I also was.
Okay. Furthermore, did you tell General Lishabane that one of the people whom you saw exchanging firearms, you saw him again exchanging the jackets, tracksuit, as you have testified in this court? I think that is evidence, you know it well. Did you tell General Shabane that on the 26th of October, you saw a suspect who came in to the room, remember, shocked, and after changing the tracksuit, and to the extent that you saw him wearing a black hoodie jacket? I think that was your evidence. Did you tell General Shabane that information?
Uye wabona ke umsole ngena engathuthukile njena. Ngokwalokho ke echinge tracksuit wayogqoka ke ijacket enemfudi. Lokho ke wakutshela uGeneral Lishabane lonto. Uthi lo umsolo lo ubephethe isibhamu.
Kwangenasidingo sokuthi ngimtshele ngoba kwakumele azenzele yakhe investigation athole ukuthi kwenzakalini angakutholi kimi lokho yena engazenzelanga investigation.
There was no need for me to tell him. He had to make his own investigations and do or come up to his own findings about the investigations that he's making. That he should not necessarily have relied on what I would have told him.
Thank you for that information. But what I want to find out from you, did you tell General Shaban
lokho ke
that you saw a person? The interpreter is interpreted to you. You want him to repeat for you?
Yebo.
Yes, that you saw a person exchanging jackets.
uye wamtshela khona lokho uGeneral Shabani
Kwakungenasidingo.
umuntu eshintsha ke ama jackets.
Yes. My question is, did you tell him? I'm not asking the reason why you did not. Did you tell General Shaban or not?
Angamtshelanga.
I did not tell him.
Thank you. And that information was such a crucial information that needed to be reported to the police so that a further investigation would have been done on that aspect of information you had, if it was genuine.
Kwakuwulwazi ke olumqoka kakhulu okanye oluqale ngoba ke information ibizosetshenziswa yiwo amaphoyisa okanye yena ke uGeneral Shabani ukwenza ke uphenyo lelicala elingakwazi ukuthi umsize amaphoyisa mayelana necala.
Kwangesiyona information engathi iyona ivimbe ukuthi kutholakala abasolo. Ayiningi indlela njengephoyisa engayenza ukuthola abasolo.
That was not the only information that one would say that that was the only way that one could be able to apprehend the suspect.
And wayengeke kwazi ukuthola
There were other ways or means that could have been engaged to can be able to trace and apprehend the accused persons or rather the suspects.
wayengeke akwazi ukuthola abasolwa ngejacket engibe ngimtshele ngayo ehostela kuphela engeke kwazi ukuprove ukuthi kuphi leyo jacket.
Now, he would not have found the suspects based on the jacket that I related to him about, which was in the hostel, without any correlating information or evidence.
Okay.
Ulolwazi
No, it's
alitholile.
fine. Don't talk much.
Ungakhulumi kakhulu.
Did you tell General Shaban, did you give a description of each suspect to General Lishabane when you first met with him?
Mauqa ukuhlangana naye ke uGeneral Shabani uye waphana ke ngomfanekiso okuwona umfanekiso mhlambe ogqamile omayelana ke nabasolo. Okokuqala mohlangana naye.
Can be description or identity?
Kanye
Did you
ke
give any information about the suspect that you know the suspect number one?
ulwazi nje oluthize olumayelana ke nomsolo wokuqala waphana ngayo leyo description.
Yebo ngamnikeza amagama abasolwa.
I gave him the names of the suspects.
Okay. You only gave him the names.
Wamnikeza nje amagama.
Yiwo ayingwazi
Those were the
names. Angenayithombe zabo.
those were the names that I knew. I did not have their photographs.
Don't confuse me. You only gave him the names. Is that
Wamnikeza amagama kuphela.
Yebo.
That's correct.
okay? No description of those
Description,
suspects, nothing. Only the names.
Yebo.
umfanekiso, amagama kuphela ilokho umnikeze khona.
Yebo.
That is correct, yes.
Okay. From that conversation, is there any statement that was taken down from you?
Kune statement esathathwa kuwe ke.
Sithatha ubani?
Who would have taken that statement?
It could have been someone else. I'm saying out of that conversation as you were sitting with General Lushab.
Ngisho ke ngekathi
Was there a statement that was taken? Could have been a clerk, it could have been anyone. I'm
ngekathi
asking.
usakhuluma naye ke uGeneral Shaba ngabe khona istatement esathathwa kungenzeka ke ngaba uye okanye iclerk khona laphana elinye iphoyisa statement esathathwa umbuzo yilo.
Akuna statement esathathwayo.
There is no statement that was taken.
Okay. And General Lishabane told you that he was going to do his own, he was going to conduct his own investigation. Am I correct?
Washo ke ukuthi uzozenzela ulwakhe uphenyo uGeneral Shabani kwiqiniso lokho.
Yebo.
That is correct.
Yes. Do you know if there was any investigation done from the information you submitted to General Lishabane?
Uyazi noma kwaba nophenyo oluthize lenziwayo mayelana ke nolwazi
Or any follow-up on the information that you had given to General Lishabane?
I follow up owaphana ngayo kuye uGeneral Shabani uyazi ke ukuthi mhlambe yaba khona yini uphenyo noma I follow up.
Ngeke uqinisekise ukuthi wakwazi ukulenza ngaleso sikhathi kodwa ngesikhathi engidibana naye wangitshela ukuthi unolwazi oluthize alitholile.
At the time that I provided him with the information, I would not be sure as to whether he made his investigations about that. But at the time that I, uthini masusohlala naye kwesibili.
Mase ngihlangana naye wangitshela ukuthi kunolwazi alitholile.
Now, when I again met with him, he said that there is information that he managed to get.
Okay. But from 2019, when you first met with General Shabane, there is no person who was arrested as a result of the information that you gave to General Shabane.
Ngokusuka ngo-2018, ngenxa ukuthi wena uphane ngalolu lwazi kuye lona uGeneral Shabane, akekho-ke umuntu wabo.
Eboshelwa icala liphi lona leli angikhumbula angazi futhi.
Getting arrested for what? For this same matter? No, I don't know.
If you can just teach yourself not to ask questions, but just to answer. According to your information that you had given to General Shabane, there is no person who was arrested as a result of the information that you gave to General Shabane.
Kunolwazi owalunikeza uGeneral Shabane. Ukuya ngalolo lwazi owalunikeza uGeneral Shabane. Akekho ke umuntu owabo ofemba kwalo. Ngenxa yalolu lwazi owalunikeza uGeneral Shabane. Yebo noma cha?
Akekho ngazi ukuthi waboshwa mayelana nakho.
There isn't a person, in accordance with my knowledge, that was arrested.
Okay.
Pertaining that.
No, it's fine. And then furthermore, my lord, again, on the same appearances of the servant, on paragraph paragraph 20. Page 42, my lord, on those appearances, page 42. Page 42. Line number 18, you see where it says Mr. Zungu.
Line number?
18.
Line number 18.
18. Yes, I can see that.
Yes. Mr. Zungu, I understand that you went to Mr. Shabane for the first time in 2019. Am I correct?
Ngizwise ukuthi wena waya kuBaba Shabane okokuqala ngo-2019. Ngabe kweqiniso lokho?
Noma ngikhosha ukuthi 2018 or 2019 kodwa ukuqala lapha 2019.
Okay.
Yes, even if I may not be sure about that. It could have been 2018 or 2019.
But after the first visit, thank you very much. After the first visit, you again met with General Shabane.
Emva kokuhlangana naye kokuqala
About the same
waphinde futhi-ke wahlangana naye
matter.
uGeneral Shabane.
Yebo.
That is correct, yes.
Okay. In your evidence here, you say the general then informed me that let us drop this matter or talk or this talk and not mention it again.
Khona lapho-ke uyakusho ukuthi uGeneral-ke wase uyangitshela ukuthi asiliyekele icala or siyekele ukukhuluma ngaleli cala.
Was that your second?
Singabe sisaphinde-ke sikhuluma ngakho.
Was that your second visit or it was stage were you now meeting in this regard?
I think besidibana isikhathi eside mina.
Isikhathi eside.
Besidibana now and then.
I think we were meeting several times or
Yeah,
many
but
times.
I mean at the incident when you were conversing with General Shaba here.
Ngithi uma ukhuluma naye la ukhuluma lamazwi bekunini okwesingakho uhlangana naye.
When General Shaba says to you, let us drop this matter or talk and not mention it again. When General Shaba said that to you,
Uma uGeneral Shabane ekhuluma lokho beku okwesingakho-ke uhlangana naye.
you can't recall.
No, besisihlangana isikhathi eside. Cishe remember uGeneral Shabane was my commander. Bengisebenza ngaphansi kwakhe futhi.
Okay.
Ngibona almost twice, more than 3 times a week.
We had met many a times or frequently. I remember he was my commander, and we would meet in about three times in a week.
But what I want to find out from you, why would General Shabane say, let us drop this matter?
into engifuna ukuyazi uqhamuka kuwe uba ingane uGeneral Shabane ethi asiliyeke lolu daba.
After we have reported and we have been seeing each other, as we are
Emva ukuthi
saying,
ureporte and lo niyabonana
but he now, I understand General Shabane is a senior officer to a constable. Am I correct?
Ngicela
Or you have the same rank?
Hayi, ngiyaphambanisa lapha. Ngithanda ukuchazela ngoba ngiyabona ufuna
let me
ukuzwa.
explain.
Yeah.
Let me explain to you.
I-clear lento ayidingi lokhu ihlangahlanganisa. Udibana kwami nogeneral. Ugeneral naye ifika kulamazi uthasha lento. Yingoba lento ibisinesikhathi eside. Whatever ulwazi beselitholile yena. Ebelitholile futhi ngingasho nje ukuthi was the best. Because ulwazi alithola la uye wabuya nokuqala ukuthi la kwenzeka so ehostela nolwazi alithola yena. So wabuza mina ukuthi ngangikuphi. Shini mangibuza lo mbuzo ngabona ukuthi okay wakwazi ukuyophenya lolu daba.
Okay.
Lokho ngangineshow yakho ukuthi ukuze azokwazi ukufaka mina shothi wayesekwazile ukuphenya lolu daba athola ukwenzakaleni. Wakwazi ukubuya uzongibuza lokho ngokungibuza kwakhe lo wayoyenzile umsebenzi wakhe ufuna ngokubona ukuthi muhle kodwa mase kufika la ukuthi wangitshela futhi ukuthi uba informile kwakumele aba informe abaphethe case kodwa shothi akukho kwakwenzeka kuye or ababuyanga kuye.
Thank
So
you.
lokho ngeke ngikwazi ukuthi kungani kodwa kwathi makufika lesikhathi sokuthi kube khona abangisabisa ngokungibulala yilapha athi asiliyeke khona because ba informile kwakumele ba informe ngalolu daba. So kulokho indawo yakhe ngicabanga ukuthi wayidlala kwathi mayibona mhlawumbe naye angazi wasebenzisa iphi discretion ukuthi no if bengal attend i-national head office or aba investigate case ngizoyisiya ke so
Lovely.
uma isho kanjalo
No.
kimi ngak-accepta kanjalo.
I think that is because he already was doing his investigations, so this matter has been running for quite some time. And that he went and he did his own investigations, and he did his investigation spectacularly so, such that he came back and he told me that he knew that I also was involved in the matter, and this to me was indicative of the fact that he was doing or he was able to do his investigations. And he also further found out that there were people that wanted to kill me, and I should think that that could have been the reason why he may as well have said that maybe we should drop this matter. And further that the contribution which was done by the national office as well would have been information that he may have provided the national office with, and then because he did say that there are people that needed to be notified about this, and all those people were informed about this. Yes, I wouldn't know exactly.
Okay. Thank you for that information, Mr. Zungu. Nevertheless, General Shabane, a senior officer, having done the investigation as you are testifying, he never said to you the information is correct. He never said to you the information has been corroborated, but instead he said, let us drop the matter. After having done so much investigation.
Wenzeke uphenyo lwakhe olujulile ngaleyo ndlela akabuyelanga kuweke ukuthi ke yabona le information ayitholile kuyi information ehambana nalokho wena omtshele khona kodwa ke ubuyela kuwe uthi asimane sibeke phansi lolu daba.
Ngithe wabuya kimi wangitshela ukuthi information ayitholile itshela nami ukuthi ngangikhona ehostel.
I said to you that he came to me and he said that the information that he found, it says this, and that, and it even links me or involves me in that hostile incident.
Yeah, but with that information, whatever information that he gave to you, he eventually said, let us drop this matter and not talk and not mention it again.
Kuleyo information ayitholile ubuyela kuwe uthi masibeke lolu daba phansi singabe saphindeke sikhulume ngakho.
Ngicabanga ukuthi wayezama ukuprotecta mina ukuthi ngingakhulumi ngalo lingaweli futhi ezandleni ezi-wrong ngeke ngazi ukuthi wayecabangani kodwa ngaleso sikhathi
he was trying to protect me that I shouldn't continue to talk about it. Perhaps that information should not be found or should not be heard by wrong people. I think he was protecting me there.
Okay, it's fine. I'll leave it there with you. We'll wait for General Shabane to come and explain why out of the information that we have narrated to this court, he decided to say, let us drop the matter and not
Sizolinda
arrest
yena
anyone
ke
as a
Yes.
result of that information, if it was genuine.
Sizolinda
Ngoba
yena
kwakuyiqiniso.
ukukhuluma.
Ngiyakuzwa lokho ngoba kwakuyiqiniso ukuthi abantu ayilinde ukuthi abaphenye icase kube yibo abenza lowo msebenzi.
It's not for you to answer.
because
I said
it
it's
is-
general insurance.
I would think that he was waiting for the investigators to be the ones that are doing the investigations of the matter.
You furthermore testified that you were at some stage threatened, or there are some people who attempted to kill you. You remember that stage of your
Uyakhumbula-ke
evidence?
mawukhuluma lokho-ke ukuthi
Ngikhumbula kahle la.
wasongelwa kunabantu abakusabisa abebefuna ukukubulala.
Let-
Yes, I remember that.
Let's just revisit that portion of evidence.
Ake siphinde lapho-ke kuleyo ngxenye yobufakazi.
When that incident, when you were threatened, or when you were attempted to be killed, did you see the motor vehicle? You said those people were inside in the motor vehicle.
Uthi
Am I
labo
correct?
bantu bathathu imoto. Yes.
Did you see those people?
Uyabona labo bantu. Yes, I saw them.
Did you know them?
Ukuba
ngiyamazi.
yes, I knew them.
What did they do?
Benzani?
Bazama ukungidubula.
They tried to kill me.
Okay. Did they fire, or do they point, or do they threaten you to kill?
Bazama badubula futhi bazama ukudubula noma bakhomba ngesibhamu okanye bakusabisa nje ngokukhuluma. Kwenzakalani?
Wathi mayikhipha isibhamu usho ukuthi wasikhipha isibhamu ewindini ngabe sengijika mina sengibuyele emumva.
Now he took out wielded a firearm and then it protruded through the window. That's when I took a turn and walked and went back.
Okay. That's all. Is that all that was done?
Ilokho kwenzeka
Ngalelo langa.
on that day. Yes,
No utterances?
azange kukhulunywe lutho.
La bakhuluma nga next number.
No utterances.
Okay. Then you felt threatened. Then you felt threatened.
Wazizwa-ke usatshiswa wena.
Umuntu mayikhipha isibhamu ngicabanga ukuthi kukusabisa lokho.
When a person takes out a firearm, I
Angikwazi
should
ukuthi
think
wena
that
uthatha
that is now.
And when you felt threatened, did you go to the police station to report that there are people who have been trying to kill me?
Mawuzizwa-ke usatshiswa waya-ke e-police station ukuyotshela amaphoyisa ukuthi kukhona abantu abebezama-ke ukungibulala
And give the identity of those people
nokuthi uphane
so that they could be arrested?
ukuthi uphaneke nge-identity yabo ukuthi bakwazi ukubona.
Ngoba ngangazi ukuthi bawobani futhi ngangenayo information yabo nangemonto abayohamba ngayo nokuthi batholakalaphi nokuthi kungani bezama ukungibulala. Ngase ngikwazi lokho.
I already was in possession of that information. Uthi bususunalo lolo lwazi that who were they, what vehicle they were driving, as to why they are trying to kill me. Nokuthini futhi
Nokuthi kungani bezama ukungibulala.
essentially.
Ngangikwazi ukuthi bakwenziswe yile ndaba yaleli cala.
I already knew the reason why they were doing that. It was as a result of this matter.
So why you didn't go to report at the police station?
Manje uthi ingane
That are
ungayanga
people who have
e-police station
threatened to
ukuyoripota leyo nto.
Kwangenasidingo.
There was no need.
Because you were never threatened. No
Ngoba
person ever
azange
threatened you. That is why you failed to report at the police station. You have never been threatened.
Ngoba zange usatshiswe wena. Ingalokho ungazange ubone kunesidingo sokuthi uye e-police station uyoripota le khaya.
Lokho kucabanga kwakho lokho. Kodwa mina ngikwazi yokwenzeka. Kusho ukuthi ngasukela abantu.
That's your thinking.
Kusho ukuthi ngafaka amagama abantu kuleyo nto.
What I know truly transpired. I would not have wrongly implicated the names of the people if they had not done it.
You said you knew as to who those people were.
Uthi wena ububani labo bantu uthi ngoba.
Yebo.
And then
Yes.
why you failed to go and report them to the police so that they could be arrested? Those people.
Yini wahluleka
For threatening to
wena
kill you.
uye emaphoyiseni uyotshela amaphoyisa ngalabo bantu ukuthi bakwazi ukuthi baboshwe labantu.
Kwakusho khona ukuthi kuyoyekisa ukuthi bangithreaten.
Angizwa?
Kwangeke kusho ukuthi bayoyeka ukungithreaten.
That wouldn't have meant that they're going to stop threatening me.
But you are a police officer. Are you really a police officer?
Kodwa uyiphoyisa ngempela.
Naba nje abasola phambi kwakho.
There are the suspects before you,
Ubamele futhi.
and you are even representing them.
Did you make any statement regarding the threats that we have said were made to you?
Uye wasenza ke istatement esimayelana ke nalama threats okanye ke lokusatshiswa othi wena kwenziwa Wena.
Statement anyway, even if you did not go to the police, but to make a statement that I have been threatened by so and so on this particular date, or record it in your pocketbook or anywhere, just to report this occurrence
Nanoma nje kukuphi.
that was threatening your life.
Nanoma yiphi nje indawo oke waya kuyo. Okanye wayicabanga ukuthi uye kuyo ke uyophana leso statement sokuthi wena ke wasathiswa. Ukuthi mhlambe waye emaphoyiseni okanye kwi pocketbook yakho nanoma yikuphi nje. Wenza istatement esimayelana nalokho.
I-statement mawusenza usenze emaphoyiseni.
When the statement, when you do the statement, you do it at the police.
Yeah, I'm asking, you can make a statement, you can even just make your own statement. I'm asking if you made or recorded this information anywhere, maybe in your diary, besides reporting to the police. So remember, you have said we have never reported.
Ngirephodile la ekhaya.
I
Njengoba
actually recorded in
ngikhumbula
my
nje
head.
ngikutshela.
I actually recorded in my head since I am able to remember it.
So what's the answer to my question?
Manje impendulo ithini ke umbuzo wami?
Uthini umbuzo wakho?
Did you make any statement regarding the threats that were made to you?
Manje wenza istatement mayelana ke nokusetshenziswa lokho okwenzwa kuwe.
Angaze ngisend statement.
I did not make a statement.
You also did not make any statement regarding the incident of the 26th of October, 2014.
No,
Am
ukuthi
I correct?
wenza nestatement esimayelana ke nesigameko sange 26 October 2014.
Nasi statement sangakhona sange-26.
Yeah.
Isona esiphambi kwakho.
Here is the statement pertaining the 26th of
Don't
October
confuse
2014.
yourself.
That's
Don't
the one that
confuse.
is before you.
If maybe I'm confusing you, just let me know.
Ungitshela uma ngabe ngiyadida.
At that time, when you were threatened, you had not made any statement under oath regarding the suspect. Am I correct?
Ngaleso sikhathi usatshiswa ubungakasenzi istatement esimayelana ke nabasolo.
Yebo.
Yes.
Yes. And also when you were threatened, you did not make any statement.
Nangaleso sikhathi ke usatshiswa azange ukwenza istatement.
Yebo.
Yes.
Because you were never threatened.
Ngoba phela azange usatshiswa.
Ngasatshiswa abafowabo bakamsolwa number 5 lo.
I was threatened by the brothers who are accused number 5 nobani.
Lo yena mmeli and accused number
Oh,
1.
I was threatened by the brothers who are accused number 5. The one
That's a
that
lie. You were never threatened by any of the relatives of
Amanga
accused
lie.
number 5.
Inise linqamlo phinda-phindiwe lelo mama Msolwa.
That is the verified truth or the repeatable truth.
Now, General Lishamane has said to you, let us drop this matter.
Ujenerali Shabano uthi ke hayi ake siliyeke lo mdaba.
Yebo.
Yes.
And then for how long did it take you to then go and approach the national office? If I remember your evidence, that after that, you then went and approached the national office.
Emva kwesikhathi esingakanani ke waya khona laphana e-national office uma ngikuzwe kahle ukuthi emva kwalokho ke wena wase uya khona laphana ke e-national office.
Awungivisanga kahle.
You didn't hear me well.
Yeah, corrected.
Awungimse.
Emva
After
kokureporta ku-General Shabane ngabe sengireporta nase-head office.
Now, after I had reported to General Shabani, I then reported at the head office.
Head office where?
Gopi,
Telkom Towers under General Sithole.
Telkom Towers, that is under General Stole.
Okay, that head office is not a national office.
Actually, the national office, their head office,
Into eyodwa leyo isho.
is the same thing.
So why do you say I did not hear you correctly?
Manje yini uthi awungizwanga kahle?
Ngizwa uthi ngalireport emva kokuthi bengisabisile. Bengisabisile.
I will. I never said that.
Okay.
Angizange ngisho lokho. What did you say?
I said, after General Shaban had said to you, let's leave this matter. After how long did you then approach the national office? That was the
Emva
question.
kokuthi uGeneral Shabani ethi asiliyeke lolu daba. Wathatha isikhathi esingakanani ukuba uye khona laphana e-national office uyoreportela e-national office?
Ngase ngilireportile nakhona. Yilokho engisho.
I had already reported it.
Yeah, you met with General Shaban, and then General Shaban said, let's leave this matter, let's rest this matter.
Wahlangana noGeneral Shabani, uGeneral Shabani
Sani ngo-
wathi asidropeke le.
After that meeting, did you meet again with General Shaban before approaching the national office?
Emva kwalo mhlangano ke waphinde wahlangana naye ke uGeneral Shabani angokuba ke uzoya le e-national office.
Bengihlangana naye ngaso sonke isikhathi
Hayi.
esiningi.
Many a times I would meet with him.
After how long did you then decide to approach the national office?
Emva kwesikhathi esingakanani ke wanquma ukuthi mangihambe ngiye e-national office ke manje?
Angicabanga ukuthi isikhathi eside kangako.
I do not think that it was a long time.
Yeah,
Such
it's
a
a
long
year.
Ngenani.
It's a year, few months, weeks.
Unyaka, inyanga,
Ngathi izinyanga.
I would say that months.
Okay, yeah. Then you were referred to Brigadier Gininda.
Kwase kuthiwa ahamba ku Brigadier Gininda.
Yebo.
Am I
Yes.
correct? Okay. In your conversation with Brigadier Gininda for the first time,
Manje ke mase ukhuluma no Brigadier Gininda okokuqala.
was there a person who was sitting with you or it was the two of you?
Kwakhona ke umuntu owayehleli nani noma bekuyinini nje nobabili
Bekuyimi naye.
benu-two kuphela.
Yebo.
It was myself and him, just the two of us.
Okay, what did you say to Colonel Gininda for the first time when you met with him?
Wathi ke ku Kenneth Gininda okokuqala umhlangana naye.
Ngamazisa ukuthi kunolwazi engilwaziyo olithinta abasolwa.
I told him that there is information that I have that links or that has to do with the suspects.
Okay, and that information is related in 2019, am I correct?
Leyo information ke waphana ngayo ngo-2019 kuye uGininda.
2019 kwenze njani?
What about 2019?
Yeah, when was that information related to Colonel Gininda?
Wamtshela nini ke uKenneth Gininda
For the first time?
ngokuthi okokuqala phela mawuthi unolwazi olunalo
Ngicabanga ukuthi 2019.
oluthinta abamangaleyo.
2019.
Yes, I think it was 2019.
Okay, correct, yes. What did you say?
Wathini ke?
Ngamazisa ukuthi kunolwazi enginalo.
I told him that I have got information
Okay,
Ngabe sengimnikeza lolu lwazi engangenalo.
and I then finished him with that information that I was in the possession of.
yeah, let's unpack this information
Manje ke asizame ke
that
ukuthi
you related to Colonel
sivuleke le
Gininda
information.
in 2019.
Leyo information oke wayitshela uKenneth Gininda 2019. Ake simthathe
What did you
kancane
say?
kanjalo.
Ngamazisa ukuthi kunabasolwa abasolekayo ekuthinteni kwalolu daba.
Now, I told him that there are suspects that are linked to this matter.
Yes, what else?
Then naye wabe sethi uzozenzela olwakhe uphenyo.
He then said that he was going to make his own investigations.
Okay, what else?
Kwabe sekuba ukuhlukana kwami naye emva kwaleyo information engamnikeza yona.
That's how we parted our ways after I had given him that information.
So that's the only information you gave to Colonel Gininda on that particular day?
Ngalolo suku ileyo information kuphela wayinikeza Babu Gininda.
Yebo.
That's correct, yes.
You did not tell him. Again, remember, Colonel Gininda is a senior officer to a constable.
Ukhumbuleke ukuthi uKenneth Gininda uyena ke umaqhuzu phela lapha yana ke
You did not-
ku constable.
You did not tell him the details of the incident that unfolded in your presence on the 26th of October 2014.
Azange umtshela imininingwane ke emayelana ke nesigameko esenzeka phambi kwakho wena ukhona nge-26 zika October 2014.
And the details I'm referring to, that you did not tell Gininda that you saw people exchanging firearms in the bedroom. Did you tell him that?
Mangikhuluma ngama details ngisho khona ke lokho okanye imininingwane ukuthi azange kumtshele ukuthi wabona abantu ngale egumeni lokulala beshintshisana ngebha.
Iyafana lento ade ibuza umama umsholo liqaleni ukuthi wayengamtshela ngangenasidingo sokuthi ngimtshele ngoba kumele azenzele lolwakhe uphenyo
It is-
ayithole lolwakhe uphenyo.
Now this is the same question. It is similar to the same question that you asked me earlier. Why is it that I did not report the matter? I also saw that there was no need because I also wanted for him to do his own investigations and do his own findings.
Ngoba ukuba
Right
ngamtshela
now.
lokho ukuthi
Right now, I've never asked you why you did not tell Gininda for the first time when you met. I am asking if you did tell Colonel Gininda that you, on the 26th of October 2014, you saw people exchanging guns in the bedroom.
Okwamanje ngikubuza ukuthi ingani ungamtshelanga. Ngikubuza ukuthi ke uye wamtshela yini ukuthi nge-26 zika October 2014 uye wabona abantu beshitsana ngebhamu. Ilokho engikubuza khona okwamanje.
angimtshelanga.
Okay,
Yes, I didn't tell him.
thank you. Did you also tell Colonel Gininda that you saw one of those people moving out of the room, exchanging jackets, especially to the extent of the one who exchanged a hoodie black jacket?
Manje ke uke wamtshela lokho ke wabona unye wabo ephuma kulelo gumbi ehamba eyoshintsha okanye eshintsha ke ama jackets kakhulukazi ke le jacket emnyama enebudi.
Khumbula ngangimtshela information eqondile ukuthi accuse number 1 2 3 ngababona benzani ukuthi ubani omunye washintsha ijacket omunye wenzani kwangenasidingo sokuthi ngikuchaze lokho.
I remember telling him what I saw accused number 1, 2, and 3 doing as to whether there was one of them that was, changing jackets or clothing items. I did not see that it was needful for me to can say that.
Yeah, but you did not tell him.
Kodwa azange umtshele.
Okay. And was there any
Correct.
statement that was taken from you as a result of the information that you gave to Colonel Gininda for the first time when you met?
Kwaba nestatement mhlambe ke esithathwayo kanye esenzwayo mayelana ke nalolu lwazi owanikeza yena ke uKenneth Gininda okokuqala mawuhlangana naye uKenneth Gininda.
Ngiyaphinda futhi ngithi asikho istatement esake sathathwa.
I want to repeat that again. There isn't any statement that was taken.
Yebo yena wayibhalela kwi-diary yakhe or ey'ntweni zakhe kodwa wangesisona statement kwakumele kube under on.
Well, I need to say that he indeed was writing on his own journal or perhaps his diary, but that was not a statement in accordance with what I had given him.
Do you know what a statement is?
Yasazi yini statement?
Ngazi kahle.
Yes, I know.
Was there a statement that was taken from you regarding the report that you made to Kenneth Gininda? First
Ngabe
time
kwaba
when you met?
nestatement
Asikho.
No, there isn't.
And then let's move on now to the stage wherein you were called again by General Lishabane. You remember that portion of your evidence? in chief?
Wabizwa khona ke wabizwa uGeneral Shabane.
Yes. And you said General Lishabane asked you, how does the national office know about this matter? You can
Uthi-
correct me.
uGeneral Shabane wakubuza ukuthi i-national office yazi kanjani ngalolu daba.
Yebo.
Yes.
Okay. In that conversation, what was said?
Lapho ke kuleyo nkulumo kwathi wani
You were sitting with General Lishabane, both of you.
nobabili belihleli phansi no General Shabane.
Ngicabanga sasingahleli noma sasihleli kodwa ngicabanga sasema-ofisini nakhona. Ofisini le-cluster, yeah.
Maybe that we were seated or we were not seated, but we were in the cluster's offices.
Yeah, in that conversation, it was both of you.
Kuleyo
Yebo.
nkulumo ingxoxo bekunina no two.
Was
Yes.
General Lishabane accusing you of approaching the national office, or what was the position when General Lishabane now called you after being at the national office?
Manje ube kumangalela ngokuthi ke uye e-national office okanye kwakwenzakalana makaze ukubizela khona lapha
If you can just unpack it for me.
akungitshela.
Ithole kahle kanje mamshololo. Akusiyena wasuka nje wakumbiza ngicabanga ukuthi i-national head office yafonela yena yambuza ngami yena kwabe sekuba uye ongifonelayo engibiza.
National office yenze njani?
Eyafonela yena
Yena wafonela wena.
wafonela mina.
I should think that the national office is the one that had phone called him, and then he phone called me.
Yeah, but from your evidence here, that is here in court,
Sikhuluma ngalokhu ubufakazi obulala.
you said you were called by General Lishabane.
Uthi wena wabizwa uGeneral Shabane.
Yebo.
Yes.
Then I'm asking about the conversation now when you were meeting after that call.
Manje ngikubuza ngengxoxo
What was the
ekhona
conversation about?
engothi akubize. Leyo ngxoxo beyimayelana nani?
Bekungazisa ukuthi i-national head office beyifikile izobuza ngami futhi.
Now, he was to inform me in that discussion that the national office had come to inform him about me.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
And that's all.
Eh,
No question.
nokuthi bafuna ukungibona i-national head office.
And that the national head office wants to see me.
Yes, after that, what then happened?
Emva kwalokho ke kwase kwenzakalani?
Kwabe sekuba umhlangano wami no-Colonel, kwakuwu-Colonel Brigadier by then.
Then kwaba umhlangano wakho noKenneth bani?
Brigadier Gininda.
Then, thereafter, it was a meeting between myself and Colonel Gininda.
On another date
Ngenye date.
or on the same date?
Okanye,
another
the same date.
Eh,
Another date.
Okay, so it was 3 of you now.
It's no 3.
wangazisa mina ukuthi bebemfonele befuna mina i-meeting yakhona babeyihlelele cishe i-13 November nangempela ngabe sengiya lapha ne-meeting khona.
He said that he was phone called pertaining myself, and there was a meeting that was then arranged, if I'm not mistaken, on the 13th
Of November.
13th of November.
13 or 19?
13, number 19?
13.
13.
Okay. Yes. Then how many were you on that meeting of the 19th?
Me 19
Kuleyo meeting benungaki?
Me 19 zanini then?
The
November.
19th of which month? Is it November?
When you
Mina
met-
njengoyi 18.
When you
Outside
met
the
with
13th.
Colonel
Outside the
Gininda
13th.
and General Lishabane.
General-
Ukhuluma General Lishabane no Gininda.
uGeneral Leshabane wangazisa ukuthi i-National Aid Office ifuna ukungibona.
Now, General Lishabane informed me that the national office wants to see me.
Then wabe semfonela uBrigadier Gininda emazisa ngalokho.
Then he phone called Brigadier Gininda informing him about that.
Then uBrigadier Gininda wabe sesetha i-meeting yange-13.
Then Brigadier Gininda set up a meeting for the 13th.
With whom?
Nobani, meeting yabani bani.
Shuthi wayehlelele ukubona mina wayazisa uGeneral ngalokho.
Wenza a meeting nobani. Futhi maka set up, angisho ukuthi wa set up a meeting.
Shuthi mayikhuluma kuGeneral wabe secela ukuthi uzongibona cishe kwayi-11 kodwa kangakhona aphinde postpone wathi uzongibona ngeyi-13. Ngeyi-13
When he informed the general, he said that he wanted to see me on the 11th, but that did not materialize. Then it was postponed to the 13th.
Yes, in that meeting, on the 13th, did you meet?
Ngay 13 nahlangana.
yebo sadibana.
How many
Yes,
were you?
we met. Benungaki.
Bekuyimi brigadier and another brigadier.
It was myself, the brigadier, and another brigadier.
Okay. So, am I correct to say you were meeting for the second time now with Brigadier Gininda?
Bego okwesitu ngamanye amazwi uhlangana no Brigadier Gininda.
Yebo.
Yes.
Okay. Yes, what was the purpose? Because remember, we have met for the first time and we have related the information. Now for the second visit, what was the purpose of that visit?
Manje inhloso kwaba yiphi ke? Okokuqala manhlangana wamtshela ke wamnikeza lokho ke omnikeza khona. Okwesibili mase nihlangana inhloso kwaba yiphi wamtshela ukuthini?
Ngicabanga ukuthi wayezama ukuqinisekisa ukuthi ulwazi engilaziyo lungakanani futhi wayefuna maybe ngingasho ukuthi kungiquestion.
I should think that he wanted to ascertain the magnitude of the information that I was in possession of, and I should think perhaps he also wanted to examine in as far as that information. He wanted to examine me in as far as that information is concerned.
Okay. Is it also correct that you did not make any any statement regarding the information that you gave to Colonel Gininda on that second consultation of
Ngabe
visit?
kuyiqiniso ke ukuthi asikho istatement owasenza mayelana ke nokuhlangana kwakho no Colonel Gininda or Brigadier Gininda okwesibili.
Akuna statement engingasenza ngaphambilini.
There isn't any statement that I had made before.
Okay. Then what happened after that?
Kwenzakala ngemva kwalokho.
You separated, you departed.
Yeah.
Okay. There is a time wherein you were called by General Lishabane in the presence of General Sibia. You remember that meeting?
Kukhona
Yebo.
isikhathi uwabizwa uGeneral Shabane, kukhona uGeneral Sibiya.
When is it now?
Yes.
Is it before you met with Colonel Gininda and a certain police officer, or was after?
Ngabe lokho kwenzeka nini? Angoba uzohlangana naye uGeneral.
When we are now meeting with General Sibia.
Mase sokuhlangana manje mase sekukhona noGeneral Sibiya.
Ngicabanga ukuthi ngangakamboni u-Colonel for a second time.
Colonel Ban.
Brigadier Gininda.
I should think that I hadn't seen Brigadier Gininda for the second time during that time.
Okay. Yes. When you met with General Lishabane was present when Sibia was there? When General Sibia was there?
I think yes.
Was General Lishabane present when you met with General Sibia?
Mawuhlangana noGeneral Sibiya, uLishabane uGeneral Shabane bekhona.
Yebo.
Yes.
Okay. And who else was present on that day of the meeting?
Ubani omunye ke obekhona ngalo suku laleyo nhlangano?
Uma iqala i-meeting siqale sibathathu, then emva kwalokho wabe sefonela u-warrant officer Makubo.
When the meeting started, it was the three of us, and thereafter he phone called Warrant Officer Makubo.
Oh, okay. And Warrant Officer Makuba arrived, then you became four.
Yebo.
Magafika number 4, yes.
Okay. What was the conversation, if there was any, that you conversed when you were still with General Sibia and General Lishabane only?
Nanikhuluma ngani uma ngabe ke kube nengxoxo bekhona ngenkathi uno General Sibia no Leshabani. Nanikhuluma ngani?
Ngicabanga nje iningi into esasikhuluma ngayo in general. Ukuthi ngathi ngikhulumile ngalokhu buye wabe sema-explainela i-General Leshabane ukuthi ungani mina ngimtshele lokho and yena wenzeni.
Now, I think there had been a number of things that we had already spoken about, and I had already explained to him, and that is when he then spoke to General Leshabane as to why.
Who is him?
Oh, ukhuluma ngobani ukuthi no,
General Sibia.
I'm referring to General Sibia.
Okay. Yes, then how come that Warrant Officer Makuba was called?
Kuze
What
kanjani
was happening? What was being discussed?
kwakhulumeka ini khona ngaphana kuze kanjani ukuthi kuze kubizwe lona uwarrant officer Makubo?
Ingoba ukukhuluma ngayo lolu daba ukuthi kungani kuba nabantu abathintekayo. Wabe sebuza ukuthi ubani ophethe lolu daba.
No, that is because there were people that were now linked into this matter, and wasethini?
Emva kokumbuza ukuthi ubani ophethe lolu daba wasesho ukuthi akufanele uwarrant officer Makubo.
Then he then asked who is in charge of this matter, and then after such an answer was provided to him, he then said, "Let warrant officer Makubo be phone called."
Who asked you as to who was in charge of this matter?
Ubani obuzile ukuthi ubani o in charge kuleli khala?
Khumbula engabuzi mina ngangazi ukuthi ubani o in charge.
Angizwa?
Wayengabuzi mina ukuthi ubani o
He
investigate.
wasn't.
Babebuza nabodwa.
He wasn't asking me who is investigating the matter. They were asking themselves.
Yeah, but who asked that question?
They
Who
asked
posed
each
that
other.
question?
Ubani owabuza lowo mbuzo?
General Sibia, General Lishabane.
It was General Sibia asking General Leshabane.
Yes, continue then. How was Makubu then called?
Then
If you were part of that discussion,
Uma ngabe wena waba ingxenye yale
when Makubu was called, when it was decided that Makubu was called.
wafonelwa same time.
He was phone called immediately or same time.
Yes. And then he arrived.
Wafi.
Yebo.
Yes.
Yeah, then what happened now when
Wase kwenzakalani masefika?
Makubu is now arrived?
Usefikile uMakubo kwenzakalani?
Yabe siqala futhi inkulumo sichazele uGeneral Lishabane echazela uwarrant officer Makubo.
Okay, then the discussion started again. Warrant officer Sibia, General Leshabane,
Yebo.
then explained to warrant officer Makubo.
Yes.
Wabe sekuba nembuzo angibuza yona uwarrant officer Makubo.
Then there were questions that were posed to me by warrant officer Makubo.
Emva kwalokho wabe sengazisa ukuthi no uye ubophe unkani.
Thereafter, that is when he informed me that he is the one that had arrested Nkani.
And wabe sengibuza ukuthi leyo information mina ngiyithathaphi.
He then asked me, where do I get that information from?
Wabe sefuna kwazi ukuthi isource yami engimnikeze leyo information yipi.
And he wanted to also establish my source that had provided that information. Which source is that?
Emva kwalokho wabe seyichitha le information emva kokungivezela ithombe ebopha unkani.
Ukuyichitha usho wayidismiss.
Yebo.
Thereafter, he dismissed the information after he had shown me the photographs where he was arresting Nkani.
Okay. He dismissed the information that you gave to him as false.
Ngamanye amazwi ukuthi akulona iqiniso.
Yebo ukuthi alethe isource.
And Warrant Officer Makubo was the one who was
Sorry,
in
he
charge.
says that he said that I should bring the source from which I heard or from
Yeah,
from
I
whom
heard that. I heard that, but he dismissed the information as false.
Ngamanye amazwi wayichitha
Yebo.
information
And the person who dismissed the information as false is the one who was in charge of the investigation in this case.
kanti ke lo muntu ke ochitha lolu daba okanye ochitha leyo information uyena ke ofena icala.
Uyangazisa noma
Are you telling me or are you asking?
I'm telling you.
oh hayi. bengazi ukuthi ubani ophenya licala bengazi ukuthi liphenywa head office.
I didn't know who was investigating this case. I thought that it was the head office that was
From
investigating this matter.
your evidence, you informed us that General Lishabane said the person who is in charge in this case is Warrant Officer Makubo. As a result of that information, Warrant Officer Makuba was then called.
Wena ke kuloko bakho ke uthi ke uyena uwarrant officer Makubo uqhamuka ke kule ngxoxo lekhona ukuthi ubani kwabuzwa ukuthi ubani umuntu oyin charge ngaleli kala kwase ke vele igama lika warrant officer Makubo wabizwa ke warrant officer Makubo.
Lalela kahle mama Msholo ngithe umuntu owabuza ukuthi ubani ophenya lolu daba wabuza uGeneral Sibiya.
I said the person that inquired about who is in charge or who is in charge.
Yes.
Who is in charge of this matter?
What-
And that is a question that was asked by General Sibiya.
Ebuza uGeneral Lishabane.
And then he was asking General Shabani about
Yes.
General Lishabane said it's Brigadier Gininda. It was kennelled by them.
that. General Shabani was uyakusho lokho ke Brigadier Gininda.
Yes. Then emva kwalokho wabe
Colonel ngaleso sikhathi.
wabesebuza ukuthi uphi uwarrant officer Makubo.
Thereafter he inquired, where is warrant officer Makubo?
Who asked that?
Ubani obuzayo?
Ngicabanga ukuthi wabuza lo mbuzo warrant officer uGeneral Sibiya.
General Sibiya.
Yes.
Then wabesephendula uGeneral wathi akamfonele kwasho ukuthi wayengenayini. General Lishabane.
Waphendula wathini?
uGeneral Sibiya ubuze uGeneral Lishabane ukuthi ubani ophenya lolu daba.
Yeah.
Then waphendula uGeneral Lishabane ukuthi it's Colonel Gininda. It was kennelled by them. Then emva kwalokho wabesebuza ukuthi uphi uwarrant officer Makubo.
Kubuza ubani
General
uSibiya.
Sibiya.
Yes. General Sibiya, thereafter he inquired, where is warrant officer Makubo?
So you didn't know the role that was played by Warrant Officer Makubo in this matter?
Wazi ke irole yayidlalwa nguye warrant officer Makubo kuleli kala.
Ngangazi ukuthi uyi-team investigating task team task bonke ukuthi be-investigate this matter.
I knew him to be a member of the team or the task team to investigate this matter.
Okay. That's all.
Ilokho kwazi.
Yebo.
So that did not tell you that Warrant Officer Makubo was part of the investigating officers?
Abakutshelanga ukuthi ke
That did not tell you that Warrant Officer Makubo was part of the investigating officers?
lokho azange kutshele ke ukuthi ngamanye amazwi lona warrant officer Makubo uyingxenye yethimba eliphelele icala.
Wangitshela lokho?
That is what yes, that is what I could deduce.
And that person who was part of the investigating officers in this matter told you that the information you are giving to him is false?
Lo muntu okuyingxenye ke yethimba eliphelele icala wakutshela ke ukuthi lo lwazi uphana ngalo akusilona iqiniso.
Kwathi mayisho njalo savele sabhekana ngoba sasibona ukuthi lento ayishoyo akayazi.
When he said that, we looked at each other, implying that whatever that he is saying, he's got no sufficient knowledge of.
Okay, we'll continue from that tomorrow. May I ask that we adjourn at this time? Tomorrow I will be taking the witness through the statement. My lord.
Washesha kangaka.
That is misbehaving, my lord, of this witness.
Why are you in such a hurry?
That is misbehaving in front of the state who read the rules of the conduct of the witnesses in this court. That remarks is wrong and disrespectful towards me.
Yabona ke lokho kushilo
Ngiyaxolisa mama Mfolo.
ukudelela ke. Wrong futhi ukudelela.
What did you say, Mr. Zungu? What was the
Uthe-
remark you made?
I said it was quick. Ngingalindelanga ukuthi mhlambe sekuyaphela.
Oh, I see.
I wasn't expecting that we are done already for the day.
And he's he's mentioning it in a pejorative manner, or what type of remark was it?
Just a disrespectful remark, my lord.
Ukusho lokho ke kungukuthi
Bengakusho ngoba mhlambe
okanye
cha bengakusho ngoba mhlambe then mamshololo bengisakhuluma ngisa.
That was because I was busy presenting my evidence or having my testimony, not with this.
Yeah, I repeat again, people are in this court, they must respect the decorum and the decency. And this includes everybody. Sometimes when I talk, counsel just juts in. And I just thought, well, if bafundiswe kanje, what can I do?
Fine, my lord, you can protect the witness, but it's wrong when the witness is said.
Mr. Sholoz, how can I protect a witness? I just asked him, why is he making that remark? I wanted to understand why. And he did an explanation. But I'm not saying this explanation is sufficient. And I'm saying people should respect the decorum of this court.
Lokho inkantolo ishoyo ukuthi abantu mabahlonipheke inkantolo ngendlela inkantolo ingakhona isimo senkantolo. I
Mr.
apologize, my
Balui,
lord.
any other witness lined up for tomorrow?
Indeed, my lord, we foresee that we'll be done with this witness perhaps before lunchtime, in which case we will try and line up another witness.
Oh, okay. Okay, thanks. Then the court will adjourn to tomorrow at 10.
Hi guys, wow. That was an interesting one. The judge was almost like fighting with Mshololo. Right. But that was disrespecting actually. He was actually commenting about them leaving early. It's not his place actually to comment such comments. I mean, it's not his place. It's not. Zungu is too much of himself. Zungu is like Matala. They just, but this one can talk. You can't do that to Mnisi. You can't do that to Mshololo. You can't do that to those guys. They will hammer you there and there. So guys, that's it for today. Tomorrow, Mshololo is going to actually, Francis is saying this judge is hogwash. Guys, okay, fine. We'll meet again tomorrow. Definitely. Thank you very much for being part of this live stream. I know that tomorrow is going to be fire as well because there's going to be something else. I'm telling you. Tembetlile is saying, really, this man is not a police. Makumalo is saying, hi bo. Liketla liya delela serious uzungu mdelela. Exactly, Mshololo. Definitely, it's highly disrespectful. Watinta Mshololo. Tinta Pokot. So guys, let me just go and leave you. Let's just go through because I don't want you to be Zungulized and end up becoming Zungulicious because of these Zungulistics. So yeah, so guys, thanks for coming in and thanks for being part of this interesting court session. And I know that tomorrow it's going to be fire. I'm telling you, trust me, tomorrow it's going to be fire. I'm going to be just ready. I want to glue myself when it starts. Lucky is saying Advocate Mshololo is on fire. She is on fire, definitely. That one always on fire. Advocate Northlanta, goodbye. Bye to you also. Mabunga is saying he's not respecting seriously. Francis is saying I didn't see this judge continuing. See you tomorrow. Yeah, it will be Zungulized because of his Zungulistics. Because Zungu. Okay, guys, I will leave you from now, and then let's meet tomorrow and let's see how the court is going to be. So, bye.
Ngiyamnemeza umba wakho namhlanje ngithi awukhulume mntanami uyamazi umuntu okudubula yalazi igama lakhe baba kaSenzo hlangana noSenzo umndeni wakaMeyiwa kaNomdaka kasingile hlanganani namhlanje amaqinisa ahlalo bana sikhathele sidiniwe odbedlala ngathi ngoba singenamali beneyimali ezinkulu imali ibhadli lapha ingane kaSenzo bayazi nokuthi ifunda ngani esikoleni bazozenza lezi mali bazoyenza nemali bayazi nokuyazi sikhathele vuka Senzo vuka mntanami ethuneni baba kaSenzo vukani nime nilwe ilwani manje sikhathe ukuthi nilwe mndeni wakaMeyiwa basingile baphikhoze vukani emathuneni vuka lapha abantu badlala ngathi sekwanele kwanele manje lezinyembe sizikhalayo zincane ngenjabulo sisazojabula mndenini nokameyo kwanele ngiyakumemeza nguma wakho namhlanje ngithi awukhulume mntanami uyamazi umuntu okudubulayo yalazi